Stream is starting. How's it look? Cool, cool. Washed out, really? That's okay. As long as people can see it, that's all that matters. First, Villafane is first, everyone. Everyone remember that Villafane was first. Shane, yo, what's up? What's up, Monkey? What's up, Absolute Coffee Addict? And everyone else who's coming pouring in. How are we all doing today? Hello, everybody. Oh my God, hi. I love you from Saudi Arabia. Love you too. What's up? Dang, I didn't know we had Saudi Arabian audiences. That's crazy.
That's
Welcome.
Sick.
Yeah. Everyone say hi to Spencer.
Hello.
And me novia over here.
Hello.
You changed your name again? Yeah, I did. I might do it like a bunch of times. Who knows? I'll probably just keep changing my name throughout my YouTube career. We'll see. How's Ruby? Ruby's doing good. Thank you for asking. I just took her to the vet today. She was really scared and shat herself. And I had to clean her up with the wipes the vet gave me. But that's okay. How are y'all doing? I would also like to duplicate the chat here and pop it out. How do I... How do I do that? Maybe I duplicate this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have the chat up here, guys. Well, you're all blurry, but at least you can see him scrolling. There we go. Oh, he looks a little interesting. Did Moist respond back? On his live stream, he briefly mentioned it. But he hasn't watched the full video yet. Still hopeful, though. As Spencer, if at any point you want to read a comment or want me to respond to a comment or you want to cut me off, please do so.
All right, sounds good.
Can everyone hear Spencer okay?
Hello, chat. Can you hear me good?
Very quiet. Let me turn Spencer up over here. All right, Spencer, speak.
I am speaking to the people. Hello.
Is that good, everybody? Are we all good with that? Ooh, okay. Krug, the creator, donated $5. I haven't joined a live of yours since around 2017, 2016. Crazy stuff. Dang, dude. Well, welcome back. Yeah, I haven't streamed. I haven't streamed much since then, so. But I'm hoping to change that. Do you see what Fried Hedgehog said? He said, I just want to say that I'm new here and you look kind of like Hugh Jackman, aka Wolverine. Thanks, dude. That's a huge compliment. I really appreciate that. Everyone, we are going to be making my next video together. Now that we got a lot of people talking, we got a lot of eyes, I want to start putting Camden out there. So, today we're going to go through the timeline with Spencer. I'm going to write some notes. Any questions y'all have, please let us know. Like, we are looking for good questions that need answering. LM, I'm really glad to hear that. I look like Soulja Boy. That's cool. Appreciate the $5, Slug. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I want to explain a little bit, like, I guess I was just too close to the story. I didn't know what context y'all needed. I guess I just assumed everyone was gonna go to the podcast, but apparently not. So we are going to we're gonna do it the right way this time. But I'm glad we at least got people talking. Max, you look like Barack Obama right now. Thanks. Thanks, Omega. Let me move y'all over here. There we go. Okay. Actually, y'all are really far. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Will the stream be uploaded? I mean, I want all the streams to be uploaded. I don't know if YouTube's doing it on its own or what's going on. No? Okay, I'll make them public after. I do want the streams to be public, though. You have a comforting grandpa laugh. Thanks, Sonny. Yeah, Spencer, for those of you that don't know, this is Spencer in the background. I have the podcast rolling. Lyrics is watching. Tell him I said, what up, dude? What up, Lyrics? Thank you so much, Samurai. Question, has Camden reached out with any comments, or is he trying to stop what you are doing? No. So Camden... Spencer, explain what Camden does.
So pretty much Camden will purge all of the group chats. It's kind of like a pyramid scheme, but a cult.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one group, and then they have the people under them, and then they have the people under them. So it just goes down the line. And when someone important leaves, he purges all the groups, makes everyone get new social medias, has them delete their current accounts, and yeah, he makes it practically impossible to find other survivors. But thankfully, there was a small number of us that remembered each other by name.
So yes, that's why it's so hard to catch this guy, guys, is because he purges everything. People are saying add Lyrics. Spencer, should we add Lyrics? I think he's another YouTuber. He's like a commentary channel. I think he's had a few bad takes, but I haven't talked to him in a while. What do you think?
I mean, shit, it gets eyes on it.
All right, let's add Lyrics. Lyrics, what's his Discord, everybody? How do we get his Discord?
Also, Hippie Stoner asked how many kids approximately were in my downline when I was in the cult. So there was like, at one point when it was like at its biggest, there was probably, I want to say 200 to maybe 300 at most. But that's, you also have to consider after he would purge all the groups and we would get new people, and that's still just cycling in new people. So there's no telling how many victims and survivors there are out there.
At least hundreds, guys. At least hundreds. So does anyone have Lyrics' Discord? At J Station, is he down to call for real? Don't fuck with me, Pezzy's God. By the way, guys, I see a lot of people mentioning Muda. Muda has responded, guys, with very good feedback, and he is considering covering. Okay, let's see.
Shakira Khan asked, so is he currently still running the cult and committing crimes? Yes. That is something that there's no way he's backed off from that. He was addicted to it and the power that he had over people.
So I've added lyrics. But yeah, if y'all have any more questions about Camden, please let us know. We want to, now that we got a bunch of eyes and ears, we want to talk about Camden. All right, I got lyrics. Do you want me to add them, Spencer?
Yes. Someone asked if you've reached out to Oma.
Olma. Never heard of them.
OMMA.
Do you want to join their group chat, or do you want me to add them to this one? I'll just add them to this one.
Yeah.
All right, we are adding lyrics. Lyrics. I'm not too familiar with lyrics. I only know.
Yo.
What's up, dude? I only know that I've reacted to you before. That's all I really know.
What's up, man? Good talking. I gotta add my attorney to the call real quick, Colton. He's just like good buddy. Hopefully he doesn't spurg out too hard. But what's up, man?
What's up, dude? Let me.
Can we? Good to talk to you. Can we get the voice changer for this chat though? It more like fits the bill. It kind of makes me more comfortable. You know?
I do it through Audacity, actually.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, you don't have a natural Batman voice? What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. Hold on, I'm trying to add Spencer.
Who is Spencer? Oh, is Spencer one of the victims?
Yes, she is the lead plaintiff. She is the main survivor.
The lead victim.
Yeah, there you go.
The main character survived. Yeah, base. Okay. But dude, I support your recent crusade against this like black vampire pedophile.
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you.
I literally
we gotta get him off the streets.
The first thing I hear.
Yeah, we gotta get him off the streets. Okay, how did he like indoctrinate these people? This guy's like horrible.
Spencer, please take it away.
Fucking kick. He would find those of us that were kind of iffy on what we believed when it came to religion, and if we believed in ghosts and shit, he would like slowly work in other supernatural shit. And yeah, he made some people think they were vampires, some thought they were werewolves, some thought they were both, some thought they were grim reapers or whatever. I don't fucking know. But there was a lot of manipulation, and it was.
How does like go for minors? Like, how old were you when he like fucking like convinced you you're a vampire or something?
I was 16, but there were members as young as 11 and 12.
Wait, so these children got indoctrinated by Count Blackula?
Okay, Colton, come on.
No, I
It's a sensitive
joke
matter.
about it too.
Okay.
Wait, so what did he convince you to be? Like a werewolf or vampire? What are we talking here?
He convinced me that I was a vampire, and then later on, after he quote unquote broke up with me, I was a hybrid of a werewolf and a vampire.
Oh, a hybrid. Okay.
Yeah, he got deep into it. He also took a lot of his shit from like the stupid shows like Supernatural and Teen
Twilight.
Wolf and all that
Twilight
shit.
Exactly.
He put on, I saw your video. He put on a pretty convincing performance. With those like fake teeth and everything. Like he had me sold. I probably would have got groomed too. He could have got me if he would have just like his eyes on the little boys. Is it only girls or does he go for boys too?
He goes for anyone. It doesn't matter what you identify as. There were a lot of boys in the cult, but we just haven't been able to get into contact with any of them.
Okay. So wait, this aside, MamaMax, I know you've been you've been catching a lot of flack recently. You've been catching a lot of criticism for the way you're going around like handling this situation.
Yes, sir.
With your calls to action and whatnot like that. Specifically, I wanted to, I guess, talk to you because my main like critique for you, I guess, is that in your most recent video where it was a direct call to action, like calling out Moist Critical, I don't know a better word other than just saying it was just like it came across as like really manipulative, and that you were kind of, I guess, weaponizing your audience in a sense to then kind of get them to be forced to respond to you. Because I was being charitable when I first saw your Discord DMs that you leaked in the thing. You said, you know what, if there's no obligation to cover this, like there's no expectation, and that's fine. Which that was like a normal, respectful DM, and that's fine. I think that's the good way to go about it. Because just because you have 10 million subscribers or whatever, you don't have like an obligation, or there shouldn't be an expectation that you talk about the like real world issues. But then you make a video adding him, getting your whole fan base involved. And you kind of know what you're doing. You're sending your audience to go and tell him, if you don't cover this, you don't care about these kids or these people who got taken advantage of. So I guess how would you respond to that critique? Like, how do you justify that, the way you went about it?
I did not mean for it to come off as like, if you don't respond, you don't care about kids. It was more so, this is an important issue. You are an important person who can save lives with literally one upload about it. This is my one shot at getting your attention. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what if I like told you, I guess right now, you're covering serious issues with your YouTube channel. But what if I told you, like, there's a bigger issue even going on even than what you're covering with Israel and Palestine. So why aren't you making videos about that? Like, I feel like you can always play this game saying that the thing you're covering right now, it's not as important as this other huge world issue. Where obviously I wouldn't put that standard on you just because you have 760K subs. You shouldn't have an obligation to cover these things just because you're a big like YouTuber.
Well, so the reason why I went after Charlie is because, I feel like he uploads daily. He live streams a lot. It wouldn't be too hard to like, just make one upload about it. Whereas like, if it's like, I'm not going to reach out to like Lex Friedman or Andrew Huberman, who are already doing important work. Like you said, like Israel versus Palestine. I don't know. I think, it is true. People could be reaching out to me. Hey, why aren't you covering this? But it's like, I feel like what I'm working on with Spencer and the survivors is important enough to put my focus into. Whereas with someone like Charlie, I feel like he could be doing more with each upload,
I mean, no, I hear you. And like, you're right. If Moist Critical did make a video talking about this situation, assumingly, I think you were asking him to do it so more victims would potentially come out, so you could get a better case to get him, to file a police report better. That's what I assume you're contacting him for. And that is true. If you would make a video, you probably would have a like more successful time doing that, or like filing the reports. But I mean, I think you're trying to force him in a sense, or try to like use this moral superiority, the guilt, like to guilt trip him into covering it at this point and trying to manipulate him into doing it, which I think just makes you look bad in the whole thing and kind of trivializes the thing you're trying to call out, and having a whole bunch of people like me just roll their eyes at the situation because of the way you're covering it, which is just doing you a disservice.
At least I have your eyes, though.
I mean, don't you think you've made like bigger documentaries in like hour-long videos before, and they get way more attention, way more views? Don't you think the strategy would it would serve better if you just made a fully fleshed out documentary explaining it? And we've seen like Moist Critical, he reacts to videos all the time on stream. I guarantee if you would make a big hour to 2 hour long documentary, sent it to fucking Moist Critical, he would cover it way easy. Like there's much a higher chance that he would cover on stream and give more eyes to it, as opposed to the approach you're taking now, and we're trying to manipulate him and guilt trip him into covering it instead. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. The thing is, this is all part of the documentary. Like all the live streams, all the videos, all the reaching out, this is all going into the documentary. The thing is, we wanted action as soon as possible because we are trying to bring together hundreds of child survivors that might still be in Camden's cult. And the urgency I felt justified the means, I think.
Did you go to law enforcement with it?
Spencer?
Yes. So back when I had left the cult, um was probably about a couple months afterwards. One of the members, actually the girl that introduced me to Camden, she threatened the life of my sister, and my sister was only 4. So after that, I was like, I have to do something. So I did report it. I managed to get into contact with trafficking 911. They got all the evidence from me and everything, and they said that they went to the FBI with it, and we never once heard back from them. Another member, after she was sexually assaulted by Camden, she called the police, did a rape kit and everything. She ended up pregnant, and the detectives ghost her. And then there's another member that about a year and a half after she officially left, she filed a CPS report to Georgia. So he has been reported, but there has been nothing that has come out of this.
Correct.
All right. So how many times have you gone to the FBI? Because I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe you have to like sort of harass them a couple times before they actually
God, that's
look
so
into
true.
Yeah, it
To
is
be
ridiculous.
fair, I was just a kid and I did not know exactly what I was supposed to do.
How long ago did you say this was?
This was about 7 years ago.
Yes.
7 years. Okay.
Uh,
Have you
I-
gone to the FBI recently?
Not recently, but that's why we're trying to get more survivors, because we need to build a solid case, and
All right.
that requires having more voices.
That makes sense. I understand that.
Okay,
I-
okay. I want to go back to the approach though, because you know I'm here to talk about that mainly. You know, they're doing their own thing with like filing the reports or whatever, but
Wait,
I'm
I
more of
think
like
I know
my
where you're going.
critiques
Yeah.
of fucking like MamaMax going about this, because I know a lot of people, and I know you've seen the comments too, MamaMax. You can't deny a lot of people are writing off your story just because of the way that you're covering it and the way that you're going about it. Like you've seen that, right?
Yes, sir. Let me just read off this donation from Car Pimp. She said, "Guilt trip. I wish YouTubers cared about victims." And I don't know. I feel
What?
like I've talked to other pedo hunters and other people who've
Are you a pedo hunter?
I was. Now I'm
That's a hell of a name, you know.
I
Job
appreciate it.
application.
But I don't know. We always receive pushback. Always. Like it doesn't matter. Like no one likes the way you cover a specific thing because it is a sensitive topic that is always
That's okay. I hear what you're saying. That's a really convenient way to wipe off any criticism though, and say like, you know, people are not going to like it no matter what I'm doing. So therefore,
Well,
I can never. You know,
I
like
would
you're
also,
doing it a unique way. You know, there's been multiple like
Yes.
predator hunters. Of course, you have fucking like retards like those like predator poachers guy who were just trying to insult EDP back in the day, trying to do that sting or whatever. Those guys are fucking dipshits. That's how you don't cover it. But you can cover these things the right way and the wrong way. And I think you've seen an overwhelming amount of people saying that you're covering it a wrong way and you're going about it the wrong way, where it's just like getting people to like more trivialize it and laugh at it as opposed to like really caring. Like I'm not gonna lie, man, I watched your video and it was so over dramatic, it almost just became like a parody of like a pedo hunter.
the
Dad, I'm
chat-
autistic and I gave lyrics the pass. It's fine.
Am I not
I
allowed to say
am-
retard? Come on.
I gave you the pass. We're good.
a lot of
Yeah.
people are offended. Like, so this is
Okay, guys, I'm fucking autistic. I have Down syndrome. Okay.
Okay,
Can you just answer?
okay.
Can you just answer what I said? Come on. We're not here to like me. We're here to have a conversation.
What do you think, Spencer?
I'm so sorry, I spaced out a little bit.
Oh, you're okay.
Here, I'm asking you. Are you asking for approval on my slur usage?
I personally do not care, but
Yeah, I mean, come on, give me a break. It's like this is nothing. Come on. You're like
All
27.
right, yeah, let's get back on top. Let's get back on. It's just chat. It's just frigging. It's fine.
You got a whole bunch of like fucking 14-year-old girls in the chat.
Spencer, what do you think, Spencer?
I mean, it
Dude, oh, this
behind
is so
closed doors,
cringe.
it's one thing, but this is like live with a whole bunch of people, and it's probably
Okay,
better
yeah, I'll
not to say
turn
stuff
down.
like that.
Okay, I'll turn
Yeah, we
down
won't say it
my
anymore. We
R-word
won't.
usage. Okay,
Yeah, we won't see it.
We
my
would really-
apologies to all the fucking kids in the chat.
We would really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So to address what you were saying, so you said I went at it a unique way, right? And that makes people laugh at it.
It more came across as parody, and you were just wiping it off as saying that, you know, any way that people cover this, they're always gonna have you're always gonna have haters, you're always gonna have complaints. But that's not true. That's a very convenient way to wipe off any criticism.
Well,
but you did it a uniquely different way that is getting you a lot of shit.
I think a lot of people do deal with pushback, but that is not what my response is. I'm just putting that out there. I did go about it a unique way. And you may not have liked it, but there are other people who are saying, you're doing the right thing, keep up the good fight. I feel like everyone's going to have a different opinion about it, no matter which way you slice it.
Man, you really give vague answers, don't you?
Well, what were you looking for?
Okay, so I guess circling back around to the thing I was talking about where it comes across as manipulative, how you were trying to, I guess, guilt trip Charlie into covering this.
I think it would be
I guess what's your
a guilt trip
because
if he didn't cover it and then I started harassing him. I think so. What I was doing was
that's what you did though. Like you DM'd him for days on end, and then once he didn't respond to your DM, you then made it a public thing and added him, and then try to get your audience to go and shit on him and say, hey, MamaMax is trying to contact you, and you know what you're doing. You know what those people are gonna say. They're gonna be mad and saying, and they're gonna have the implication that Charlie isn't covering this. Damn, he must not really use his platform for good causes. He must not be looking out for kids that are getting abused by this black vampire pedophile. You know?
I think I made it clear in the video that he has stood up for injustices before, and that's why I'm reaching out to him. And doing so publicly because that will get his attention. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but inherently it just comes.
Okay, add something real quick.
No, shut the fuck up.
Okay, sorry.
So, just the thing is that watching your video, you even put little videos of dogs together. It was so funny. It was I'm always critical. Look, here's a video of you playing with your dogs. Look, I have dogs too, and all these victims, they have dogs too. Why don't we just hold hands and get along together? It just came across as very, very, very manipulative. And this guy didn't respond to your text messages for seemingly a reason. Do you think he just didn't see them and you thought you couldn't contact him anywhere else other than making a public video, in a sense calling him out?
Absolutely.
Or do you think he just you think he didn't see them, or he just chose to ignore you?
It could have been either. I don't know what the situation was, but I felt it was a subject matter that required his attention, and I still do think it would require his attention. I think he could do I think a video from him could be very helpful to the survivors. I still believe that.
I agree, but I guess the difference is that it feels like you're imposing this standard, you're trying to push this standard onto him.
First Gist Doodle donated $5 and said, "Lyrics, I hope you find your clout somewhere else. Please stop derailing the conversation about edgy content and minimizing the victim."
Are we reading? Are
What?
we reading donations? Do you want me to read my donations? What are we? We're having a conversation. What the fuck? Who cares about shit or chatters? Go find your clout, a good one.
You don't.
I'm sure a lot of people have called you cloud chasers. Those people are tards.
Well, I'm just reading a.
Okay, but
Spencer.
all right. Look. So I'm gonna butt in. Lyrics, shut up. So I think it doesn't isn't the potential like outcome of Critical being seen as some guy who like doesn't care about children, isn't that like a potential takeaway much worse, is much greater of an effect than it's worth to like make a public video like because and again you say that it's like just suggesting that he covers this, which again would be fine if it were private, but in the video it's framed with like the darkness of like with the tone and everything and the editing. It's framed like it's like the end of the world, like you need to do this. Like it's the presentation feels a lot more serious than just a suggestion like, hey, I think you should cover this because it would really help. Because if he wanted to and if he felt that he was in a position to where his voice could significantly impact the conversation around this unfortunate situation, then I feel like he would have opened the DM if he were, you know, like paying attention to this stuff. And if he wanted to, then he would have gone through with it. But I feel like him just not responding sort of shows that either he doesn't want to make a video on the situation or doesn't feel that he's in a position to positively affect it. So doesn't I don't know. Doesn't a video seem sort of redundant if it's just copying like what you said in the DM?
So the question is, does the video feel redundant because it's repeating what was said in the DMs? Is that your question?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the point of the video was to get his attention, and if he responds publicly or privately, I mean, the job will have been done. Like all I wanted was, and what we still want is just a conversation with him. I think Charlie is incredibly important in his position, and he could do so much to help people like Spencer and the other
he could. I guess
survivors.
like the main critique and like the main people that are also calling you out saying is the way you're going around it and the tone that you're using to try to do it. It's more like pushing a standard on him that he's obliged, or like there's an expectation for him to cover this just because he's a YouTuber. And you, like there was this undertone in your whole video. You can't deny this. You put like a whole bunch of pictures of Sniper Wolf. There's this undertone of saying like you're covering stupid ass fucking Sniper Wolf drama. Why aren't you talking about real shit, like real like victims
Exactly.
who are like getting abused by this guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know how that's ridiculous. As I said earlier, there's always going to be a bigger issue. Like just because you're covering this, I'm not pushing a standard on you that you have to talk about Israel, Palestine, even though that's a bigger issue than what you're covering right now. Just because we're YouTubers or someone has popularity, they shouldn't have an expectation or standard pushed on them for them to cover whatever topic you want them to cover or whatever is serious. You know, he blew up off of covering commentary videos. It's not like there should be an expectation for him to talk about your specific police report story that you want to get like someone locked up for.
I think we can all do better to, so industries like human trafficking and problems like global child exploitation are issues that all of us need to join together to fix. And I think when you have a platform,
you could say the same thing though about like fucking activism for like bigger issues like the war going on Israel Palestine. Like,
well, they're all
like,
big issues.
You can use
they're
the
all
same,
big issues.
I know, but you can no, but I'm saying there's always a bigger issue. Someone could say the same thing to you. That's why I don't think the critique holds that much water. Like you're MamaMax, you're covering this small case with this small cult leader, but there's much bigger things in the world right now that are bigger issues. So someone could say the same thing to you.
Well, yeah, and that's why I'm trying to make the conversation not just about the cult leader, but about global child exploitation, which I think is probably one of the greatest issues in our world.
Yeah.
Okay. You saw all the human trafficking.
Do you really not see my point? I feel like it's like very obvious. Just because Charlie is a big YouTuber, there shouldn't be an expectation that he should be able to cover like child fucking like rape or child sex trafficking or human trafficking. You know, that's ridiculous to try to push that onto him. And you're doing it very in a manipulative way. That's that's the point I'm making.
I think we can all do better.
Dude. Good one.
And
Hold on. So
and again, I'm not asking him to cover it.
We could all do better. Like, are you trolling me right now?
It's true.
Are you not? But do you hear what I'm saying?
I do hear what you're
dodging.
saying. I do hear what you're saying. I am just saying I mean, it's an objective truth. We can all do better to help fix these global issues.
Yeah, but you're dodging and like deflecting what I'm saying though. Like that's not actually a response. Like we could all do better. Let's all hold hands. Like
Yeah,
that's
we
not
can
a
do better is
response.
it's
Shut up,
pretty
Colton.
vague because it's not you can shut up because it's pretty like you can't really apply it to any specific situation because how this is something I want to ask you as well if that's all right. How
No, Colton, you
feasible-
gotta shut up. You gotta shut up. You gotta shut up.
No,
Your time's
no,
done.
shut up, shut up.
Mama
No,
Max
I'm-
respond.
Spencer,
I
what do
didn't
you
even finish
think?
my point.
Spencer, what do you think?
Who cares about Spencer? You're the guy with the fucking platform. I'm sorry,
Okay.
all due respect,
All
but
right.
I don't give a fuck about this person's opinion. You're the one of 700.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry about that, Spencer. What do y'all think about lyrics?
Yeah, no, I was about to fucking tell him off because you're not gonna sit here and fucking minimize all the shit that we fucking went through, knowing that there's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of fucking victims. That ain't fucking it.
And it is a reflection of a greater problem in our civilization. There are cult leaders everywhere. There are child predators everywhere. Sorry, lyrics. Took the L on this one. Sorry for putting you through that, Spencer.
No, that's not your fault. He just didn't know when to shut his mouth.
I agree.
Like, I was willing to have a fucking conversation, but then he took it completely away from what this stream was supposed to be about.
Yes. So again, this is another issue, guys, is we are taking the conversation that should be on child survivors and making about, oh, but you went about the video the wrong way. YouTube drama. That is a pattern that continues on YouTube. Like, sorry, I'm getting passionate. I didn't want to get passionate this stream. I'm just saying, guys, there are huge problems in our systems, in our civilization, and human trafficking and global child exploitation are the examples by which those systems have been failing. These are global issues that we need all hands on deck for. Like, I get what Lyrics is saying is like, no, you can't make people talk about this shit. It's like, why not? We should be talking about it. Just my opinion. All right, let me read the chats. Unless you have more to say, Spencer.
All I can really say is like him talking about, well, there can always be a bigger issue. Well, yeah, there are tons of issues in this world. But the thing is the whole Jax Films and Sniper Wolf thing, it's been covered by so many people because they're famous.
Yes.
It's already been settled. There's nowhere it can go legally, and that sucks. I really wish that Jax Films could get justice for that shit. But the fact of the matter is, they still had that covered. Palestine and Israel, those are being covered. My issue, the issue with all the other survivors that I'm in contact with, we haven't really gotten to tell our stories yet. I mean, I did, but, you know, it didn't really get seen that well. And that's fine, but I don't know. That was just really disrespectful, not only to me, but to all the other survivors.
Absolutely. All survivors. Yeah. Thank you for that. Colton actually wanted to be added back. He was actually quite kind. I don't know. What do you think, Spencer? He donated $2.
Yeah, Colton seemed like he was actually trying to be productive within the conversation while Lyrics was just, LOL, I got you, bro. What about this, though?
Colton, that's a maybe for now. Why only ask massive creators to cover it when you can cover more ground with multiple small? We're asking everybody, my guy. We're asking everyone. Everyone who wants to cover it, please do. Yeah. Dethroned says, thank you so much for kicking them off. That was unbearable. I'm sorry, everyone. I want to give everyone an opportunity. I want to listen to everyone. I was genuinely shocked by there's always a bigger issue way to dismiss Spencer and the other victims. I mean, yes, it's very disrespectful. I agree. People don't want to cover it because YouTube will not let you say anything, or they throw you into the grinder. Basically, their jobs are on the line. Fear. Can't say I disagree with that. If there's a way to contact you, I DM'd you on your contact Twitter. I've been following a group for a while and have found some very bad stuff. Abaddon or Abaddon VR. I will check my Twitter, but I just want all of you to know now, I am working on Spencer's case. That is what I am doing, and that is what my focus is on. Can you invite? I DM'd Muda. I asked him if he wanted to call.
And that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. Someone sent me a video called "Lyrics is a Pathetic Loser."
Oh God.
Lyrics is young. He has room to learn.
Yeah, but that's still not much of an excuse.
It is not an excuse.
Read the room.
It is, yeah, it's not an excuse to behave that way, but I hope the best for him in his future endeavors, because I think he still has a lot to learn about this entire conversation. Yeah, I saw Mood in the chat. I DM'd him if he wants to call and talk about it. Okay, let me read the donations. There's a lot. I'm so sorry, guys. It's really refreshing to hear your natural voice. Sometimes the voice change can get annoying after a while, especially when it's an hour-long video. Love your stuff. But by the way, bro, keep it up. Thank you so much, Zaid Space. We stand MamaMax. Thank you, Jennifer. The video was made as a call to action for not only Charlie, but others on covering a serious topic. The media covers world events already. No one is covering this topic. Specific story, L lyrics. Thank you. Gomez boy, good take. If there's a way to contact... Oh, yeah, I already read that one. Sorry. It's a bad look for you. Take some advice. Marketing does matter for your goal. Thank you, Tony. Carla, thank you for the 5. People who downplay CSA absolutely leave me dumbfounded as a victim and advocate for stopping any kind of essay. Thank you, Minxie. Love you, Spencer. Love you, MamaMax. Thank you, Pi Pi.
Thank you.
I messaged you on Twitter with some questions, some that were answered already. Would love to talk. Thank you, Jessica. I actually think I saw yours. I will get back to you. Sorry about that. Muda says, give me a few minutes. Are you down, Spencer?
Yes.
Cool. Muda would be great. Hey, Max. Hope you're having a great...
VR. You can contact me on my Reddit, and I can pass along any message you need to Max.
Yes. Hey, Max. Hope you're having a great night. Glad to be here tonight. Thank you, Yuriko. YouTube has been Oh, yeah. I already read that wrong. Thank you, Jaden. $50 from Majel. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Mahel, maybe? We support MamaMax. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much. K Monis. It's funny how people try to call you out when there's other people out there making content like you sometimes, and they blame you for no reason. Thanks, K Monis. JMac the Wicked. I'm HP Crowley on Proton. I've hit you up twice. I'm so sorry, dude. My email is flooded. And I've been focused on Spencer here. So, can I show Ollie? Do y'all want to see Ollie? Oliver?
Yes.
Look at this cool guy. This is Oliver. I lost my mouse. Can't see him. This is Oliver. Look at this cool guy. Oh, he's purring. What is that, Oliver? What the heck? What the heck? Dude, he's so cool. Thank y'all for the donations. I'm going to try to do better to read all of them this time. I am so sorry, everybody. Much love from Australia. Love what you do, man. Thank you, Zaya. Slug, Ollie deserves a hat. This is $5 directly to Ollie only. Thank you, Slug. Spanky Bat, thank you for the $10. Cool. I will say though, I do like talking to people. I like to hear other opinions, even if there was a bad take in that one. But thank you so much, guys, for being supportive. We've got a really great community. And I just want to say I'm really grateful for all of you here. Are you still there, Spencer?
Yes.
Please, at any time, Spencer, if you want to cut me off or say something, please.
I will.
Sylphit says, maybe take random calls a different time. Keep telling the story. Spencer, if you want to, like, continue answering questions or anything.
Oh, well, someone did ask you, what about my case has you super focused on it?
Oh, what about your case?
Yeah.
I'm so sick of having predators that run away like Pablo Sonny and we don't get them. I am investing all of me into you and the survivor, Spencer, because I will not stop until we see justice. And I want to actually answer some questions about like why we're doing donations through my Patreon rather than a GoFundMe. That is because I'm contractually obligated to see this case through and make sure Spencer is taken care of. Spencer is moving over to me in a couple of days, actually, and we're going to find her own place, and I will be paying for all of it. So this is my case. Camden's cult is my case now. And I'm dedicating myself to this until we see justice. That is the, and I mean, it's important. It's important to talk about, like, everything you've been through, Spencer. Like, these are things that the world needs to know. And, yeah, it's a reflection of greater problems in our society. Like, I know Lyrics was like, oh, but you can always go to a bigger issue. Global child exploitation is the biggest issue. That is why I want everyone on it. Global child exploitation is the issue. And our greatest weapon and our greatest shield is education. If we can optimize our education for the young, we will make it as a species. And if human trafficking and global child exploitation continue, I don't see a species like that surviving in the long term. What do you think, Justice? Let's see. Hey Max, how has the law enforcement response to your work with this? Law enforcement is usually, I don't know. You want to take it, Spencer?
They're pretty shit when it comes to communication.
Muda's ready, by the way.
Okay, bet.
Let's add him.
Hello?
What's up, Muda?
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
Bro, can I just say I'm so sorry for spamming you and everyone else with this stuff. It's important, and I wanted to give Spencer all of me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
please.
yeah, that's it's a bit of a weird topic. This topic is right now. So I watched your videos. The only thing I didn't watch was the 5-hour podcast because it was a long video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's definitely some things that should be different in this whole situation. Just because it's not that and I don't want to sound like I'm discounting the story, right? Because it's not what I aim to do. I'm just trying to say I need to the story is very confusing to somebody jumping in. So the last video you made with Charlie in the title, thumbnail, everything.
Mm-hmm.
One of the problems that I had was the first 10 minutes in the beginning. It was just you showed some screenshots, and like the problem is I have to like pause constantly because you were only showing them for like half a second each time, which made it really hard to follow. And the screenshots that I did see, yeah, they were very sexually charged, but they were lacking a lot of context that made me look into, oh, like the thing is, the story, I don't think it necessarily needs the dramatization because this is a vampire cult leader allegedly, and that's enough to like grab a headline. But the thing is, the story needs to be told in a super cohesive manner because I think that's what everyone's problem is, right? Like they walk into this thing, they only know the words Cameron Gerard Davis, and then they know Spencer, and then they hear about a girl going missing. But that's like, but beyond that, it's not cohesively put together. So that's the thing you need first. You need to have a whole, whether it be an hour-long video that details the story from the beginning, middle, and I know there's no end to this because justice hasn't been served. But if you give a beginning and the middle, I think everyone is going to be attracted to the story and they're going to look into it and they're going to like cover it because that's one of the things that like and I'm not saying I'm shaky covering this video or I don't want to talk about it. It's just the concept is like I work on a lot of evidence, in a way, right? And I don't want to say that your situation doesn't have evidence to it. The thing is, it needs to be presented well in a video for me to digest, consume, and then go into it because it is an incredibly confusing story as it is told right now. If you have a cohesive story, I don't think you need to worry about reaching out to YouTubers. They'll immediately jump in and cover it, right? And that's the most important part. You talk about like law enforcement, right? And like how they don't want to listen to you. And I totally understand that. Law enforcement barely works, even when you have all of the facts. But that's the best you can do is when you have all the facts. Because if you present a story the right way, and you take that to law enforcement channels, because YouTubers aren't going to fucking do anything that the law wouldn't be able to do. If you present this properly to the cops, to local law enforcement, to the FBI in a manner, then I don't think they can blow you off, right? Like, especially when it's presented well and you have a, proper story. I know when I'm working with financial fraud and scams, it's like going to the IRS, SEC, all these like organizations, it's tough. But when you present a case well, when you tell them exactly the beginning, middle, and a potential end of a story, then they have to be actionable. I mean, they're very compelled to be actionable, more so than they were if your story is a little haphazard in the beginning, right? That's the only real criticism I have to offer.
I appreciate the feedback, man. So actually, the whole reason why I made the group chat was because I needed this feedback. Like, I needed to know what direction to go with this because it is such a huge case and I'm already too close to it. Like I already know like all the details. I don't know what other people need to know, and I just assumed everyone would go to the podcast. But you're absolutely right. And that's exactly what we're gonna be doing.
Yeah. The thing with like a 5-hour video is like it's going to be it's going to be way too difficult for anybody to digest because it's 5 hours. It's a lot to go through.
Absolutely.
Like what people just need is like and I'm not saying like you cliff notes the story, but you gotta, because again, all we know are like 2 names. And I remember the most important aspect that visually strikes me is the missing poster that I saw in your video. But like this guy, we need to know who he is from beginning, middle, and an end, right? Like, it's not the amount of victims we need. It's just like, how is he hurt one victim in a cohesive manner, right? Like, that's the story that needs to be told. Like, the methodology. Like, yeah, he runs a cult, but let's explain how this cult is, what this cult is, the name of this cult, like how it spreads and hooks onto its victims and targets them. Because cults are very systemic, at least in how they operate. So to define this as a cult and then show it in practice, probably the most important thing to have, right? And it's not just like condensing the story. I think it's to show the methodology. Like this guy runs a vampire cult, so it's time to show what this cult is, how it reaches out to its victims through what social media channels, like show that process, and then also then show how a victim has been unfortunately fallen into that process, and that's how you bring the story, right? Like it's one of the things where we talk about, like with Andrew Tate, right? Like a lot of the stuff that I know me and Willie Mack have done, like me and him have individually covered with him, is like we looked into his court filings, we looked into his law cases, we looked into a bunch of situations, and a lot of it is looking at how he operates and how you can show that methodology to the average viewer, because that's what's going to hook them, right? You can't, like, a situation like this is so tough to appeal to emotion, in my opinion at least. Like, if you want to touch cults and you want to touch child predation, then you need to show how Cameron Gerard Davis is handling this or doing this, instead of, because all I got from the video was he's a bad guy, he runs his vampire cult, but I didn't see the method of it. I didn't see what was going on necessarily. That's my, like, only gripe. It's a serious issue.
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. And that is what we're working on now, is building the timeline. That'll be our next upload.
Yeah, I feel like the only way to avoid this, like, controversy that I guess is this whole situation is embroiled, because I don't think it's good controversy in any capacity. Like, I get that people are talking about it, but they're not talking about any of this in a productive manner. Your first video should have easily been, like, this whole story, and then, like I said, like, anybody would have covered it. Like, I talked about a charity situation like a week or two ago with Carl Jobston. The thing is, like, we had to sit and create the story, and then it got, like, some media traction and some people covered it. But the most important thing is that story. It's to show people why something is wrong, why there is an ill in society. And if you'd have done that initially, easily a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of individuals would have talked about this in a very productive manner, because right now the whole situation is so tainted. Everyone's wondering, everyone's turning this into, like, everyone's accusing you of over dramatizing this situation, or going about it the wrong way by reaching out to YouTubers without having a solid story to start off with, or that's the real issue.
Yeah, I assumed everyone was, if they wanted to know more, they would just go to the podcast. Because that was to help Spencer build their own platform. But I do understand that not everyone's going to click on the podcast or watch the whole 5 hours. But thank you so much for sharing that with me. I definitely needed to hear that.
Yeah, and again, it's not like the dramatization of child exploitation. When I say over dramatization, I mean, like, I'm used to making dry videos in the sense that you got the Hotline Miami aesthetic, and that works fine. But, like, for me, I'm used to super dry videos when it comes to topics like this, just because, like, I never ever want to, like when I cover a topic like child exploitation, I'm not trying to, like, add a sub story or a theme to it. I need to tell you exactly why this is bad, how it's happening, and then fucking you guys come to the conclusion that I hope to, lead you to.
Absolutely. By the way,
because even with the podcast, I wouldn't know where to go to. Like, I only found about the podcast because I looked at a frame of your most recent video, and that's what made me go and search for it. But that's the only, like, that's the thing. It's like the videos that you've produced, unfortunately, they don't really talk about the story as much as you want to. Like, they talk more about potentially advertising the story than they talk about the actual story, like the heinous crime that's being alleged here.
That is what we're gonna do next video, is build the timeline.
Yeah. Do you have a time frame for that?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be what's released next within a week or two.
All right, perfect. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks so much, man. Like, you gave us what we wanted, which was a conversation. We really, really appreciate it. Spencer, do you have anything to say?
I'm just grateful that you came up here and were civil.
Yes. Thank you so much, Muda.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care.
You too, man.
You too. Thank you.
Yes.
By the way, guys, I posted the it's literally playing behind me, the podcast. I posted it in the chat. Where's my mouse? You can also go to your search bar and type "You Can't Hurt Me, Spencer." It's also at the end screen of each video and in the description of each video. But what Muda just brought up is exactly what we're working on now, which is the timeline.
Someone said most human conversation this whole stream. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Clay said, Max, can you actually listen to what he's saying instead of just looking around like a child being lectured and then saying, uh-huh, yeah, yep. I was listening. Tim says, love to Spencer. Cake says, please give the cute kitty a chin scratch for me. Where is he? Come here, buddy. He's busy licking his balls at the moment. Much love from Australia. Love what you do, man. Thank you, Zaya. Oh, yeah, I already read these. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you, Muta. That was really appreciated. Yesterday, Charlie said on his stream he saw your video and is annoyed with you. Yes, I saw that. I don't think he watched the full video. I also... just a conversation would help out everything. Like, we would love to have a conversation with him. He doesn't need to make a video for us. Like I said in the video, all we want is a conversation. We need, even just to, like what Muda did, just to give me advice or give me some direction. Because that's what I'm looking for. Why did he say he was annoyed? So I don't think he watched the full video. He made it clear he didn't finish it. He said the video felt like a Trojan horse. I think he means like the video felt like a trap. Like if he watches it, then he has to respond or something. No said if you had a conversation, you just deflect everything. Is that true? I don't think I would. I would do like I did with Mood and listen to him. Max, have you seen the clip of Charlie talking about you? Yeah, I have. I have seen it. Just popped in. What's up, Aiden? You did kind of try to guilt trip him, whether you intended to come off that way or not. I'm sorry if I did. Like, I did not... The purpose was not to guilt trip Charlie. The purpose was to establish contact with him about an important cause that I believe requires his immediate attention. I'm very sorry if it came off as manipulative or if it came off as a guilt trip, but I think the subject matter we are discussing requires all hands on deck, and I still believe that. What do you think, Spencer?
Yeah, like I said, every voice matters in this instance, and like I said in our stream yesterday, it doesn't even take much. All it takes is going to your audience and saying, hey, so this is a situation. I don't know how to handle this, but if you guys are interested, please go look into this. Like, it's not that hard to just, you know, give it a little passive, hey, this exists. I really don't think that would take more than like 10 minutes.
And I see some people saying in chat, saying like, why didn't you reach out to him privately or like through other stuff? I did. I tried reaching out to him through Discord and through mutuals. And I don't like the fact that I had to make a video to get a response out of him. But that's what works on YouTube. So, JMac the Wicked says, I have under 1K subs but want to help. You can help. You can make videos about the global issues we're dealing with. You can work with survivors to tell their stories. Here's Oliver.
Miss Gracie says, to be fair, Charlie ain't the only influential YouTuber, you know. I'd say people like Nick Crowley, Nexpo, and Wendigoon are more likely to talk about it.
So yes, we've
already reached out to them, and they've already said that they want to.
They're down, yes.
We didn't know that Charlie had COVID, and yeah, it was just a, hey, We want to make sure that you can hear us. And it obviously didn't come off the right way, but I hope that our intentions are now seen.
Ultras Gossip Garbage says, thanks for the work you do. Thank you for supporting it. Tim Altstat said, keep protecting our future, Mama. Appreciate it, Tim. Gabby says, I'm a survivor of CSA plus online grooming in my early teens, and dude, your videos with the value plus creative direction have given me a digestible way to heal myself and support the help that I never got to have. Thank you both. Thank you, Gabby. Never stop fighting. Articus says, I personally love the dramatization of your videos. However, I think so long as you're getting your points across and taking appropriate action, the presentation doesn't matter. Love from New Zealand. I appreciate that, Arcticus. But I do want to say I get what Muda was trying to get to me, that the direction might take the conversation away from Spencer and the Survivors, and I do a little bit agree with that. Even though we have more eyes, it does seem there's a lot of people who are still trying to make it about drama and not the actual global issues we're dealing with. I had hoped that my video would like shift the conversation to child survival, but I don't know, I guess that was expecting too much of everyone. But read Vince Dude's comment. Where's Vince Dude?
Vince Dude said, allow me 5 minutes of your time on the call. I have some criticisms and questions I would like for you to answer.
Who are you, Vince Dude? Why should we allow you? Like, I don't want to just start letting randos on. You never know who you're gonna get. But if you have criticisms, please leave them. I'll try to read as much of the chat as I can. Try to contact Global News to catch Zach, is my Vancouver news station. Thank you, Angela. I think he's in the Philippines. I'm pretty sure that's where we tagged him. Majel says, I think you should ask Swoop to go on a call with you to get some feedback and such. She's really good at analyzing this type of topic. Is Swoop here? I would love to get more creators. If anyone knows a creator that's interested. Thought on Kiwi Farms, Nolan Mr. Meadowcur? I don't know who Nolan Mr. Meadowcur is, but Kiwi Farms is a whole conversation. I feel bad for the people on Kiwi Farms. Like, I like to spend your time just hate watching people and then complaining about them. I don't know what that says about your own life, but oh shit, Ollie's fucking me up. Oliver fucked up the stream, babe.
Oh no!
What?
Look at the stream.
Yes, I fucked it up. Well,
It's infinite.
that was Oliver. No, it's okay. He's cool. Please get Swoop. She's a badass. I'll do my best. Do you want to talk more about Camden, Spencer? If anyone has questions for Spencer, please ask.
Yeah, I'd like to answer questions if anyone's got some about the cult in Camden.
Definitely reach out to Swoop. I'll write her down. Remember my list from yesterday, guys? I'm still writing guys down. I saw some comments saying, are you really reaching out to different YouTubers? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, guys, what is wrong with having a conversation with other creators about like global issues? We should all be communicating with each other. The one true Fusky says, keep up the good work, man. Been a fan since the OG content days. Been here for a while and intend to stay a lot longer. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. All donations go to the survivors of Camden Gerard Davis. Just so y'all know that.
Okay, so Saul Evilman asked how I found Max. Through his sister, actually.
Yes.
Ness asked, what is the cult called? When I was in it, he called us the Daemons, spelled Daemon. I know that eventually he changed it to the Dominics, but it's likely he could have gone back to Daemon. There's no telling. Nat112 asked, how old is he now? He would probably be about 26, 27.
There's actually a really good question here by Clay. Max, do you think that with her history flying Spencer out to you and making her financially dependent on you is a good practice? What do you think, Spencer?
Well, I'm also building my own platform and everything, so I am working on a way for me to earn my own money so I can try and fund my own life. If anything ever did happen, I do have other people I could go to. So I heavily trust Max, and my dad ain't gonna let no shit happen.
Mark Hates Yas says, hey mama, have you reached out to Turkey Tom? He covers very similar topics like yours. Yes, we've reached out to Turkey Tom. He's been very helpful. He's been giving me a lot of advice. But he said he's gonna wait until there's more videos out on the guy before he throws his hat in the ring, which is respectable. I've been a big fan for a long time. Keep it up. Thank you, Bootleg Virus. Appreciate it. Reach out to Destiny, Yellow. I'll try, man. Oompaville has been very helpful. I reached out to him. He's been very, very helpful.
Someone asked, what chat services would Camden use? When I was in the cult, we primarily used Kick. Oftentimes for calls, we would make, like, fake Facebook accounts for the cult, and we would use Messenger for all the calls. It's likely that as time has gone on, he may have moved to Discord, but we do not know yet.
Yeah, Kick is dangerous, guys. If you see any kids with Kick, take them off that shit. It is an anonymized messaging platform, right, Spencer?
Yeah.
And that I'll tell you guys, most pedophiles I've talked to during my pedo hunts tried to move me onto Kick. I am hoping,
because once you log out, the messages are gone.
Yeah, so I'm hoping Kick gets the same treatment as Omegle. It deserves it, and so likewise with a bunch of other platforms.
Someone asked, Spencer, how do you keep pushing through day by day? Fellow CSA survivor and father-in-law essayed me in my sleep. Well, it's taken a lot of therapy, but I think one of the main things that happened that made me push so hard was, for one, my sister being threatened, and then the realization that he was still hurting people. So I got to the point where I cared more about the other survivors than myself.
I don't know how to say this name, but they donated, I think, 10,000 won. I don't know what that is in USD, but it looks cool. Do we have Camden's details, and can we call the authorities yet? The answer is yes. All of his information is in the last 3 videos. JMax says Session and Wicker 2. Yes. All of those weird anonymized messaging platforms, guys, yes, those are dangerous. Ultra's Gossip Garbage says, how do you deal with those types of criticisms from past people in your life or other influencers? Does the negativity wear you down? It's hard, but we keep fighting. The war we are engaging in is worth all of the criticism, all of the deception, all of the disinformation, all of the hatred, all of the people who are getting annoyed, all the people who are laughing at me. It is worth. It is worth all of that.
One of the survivors wanted me to let everyone know that the cult was also called Guild of Divinity at one point.
Guild of Divinity. Scare Theater, thank you for the $5, man. Did you talk to other creators, Nexpo, Wendigo, and etc. before you made the video calling out penguins? Yes. Reached out to everyone I had. So, guys, for these survivors, I've reached out to all of my connections. I told them, I promised them I would use all of my influence and all of my connections for them. That is what I've been doing. I know people are going to be like, oh, you're being annoying, spamming. Back in the day, in a professional setting, we called that following up with someone. All right? You can call it spamming or whatever, but it's just following up with someone who hasn't responded to you. And especially when the matter is this urgent, I feel the following up is necessary. And again, publicly telling Charlie, hey, just following up with you, man. Like, I think you're a really good guy, and I think you can do a lot of good here. Please just have a convo with us.
Angela Zapolinski asked if I could go back in time. Would I stop going to join the cult when I was 16? Honestly, I feel like it's better that I did go through this because I don't know if any of the other survivors would have been able to find a way to try and expose this issue, and I would rather it have been me than anyone else. So, in terms of how I feel like it's better that it was me, and I probably wouldn't change it.
Yes, Spencer is super strong.
As fucked up as it sounds, I probably wouldn't change it.
No, you shouldn't. You are super strong, Spencer. Like, you are who we need.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Scare Theater asked, I'm just wondering why the video was specifically calling out Charlie. Maybe I missed that. Was he just the only one who didn't respond? So, yes, he was the only one who didn't respond, but more so, and I told Spencer this, I believe Charlie is a genuinely good man. He has fought injustices before, and I felt a public outreach to him would convince him to be like, okay, I'll have a conversation with you. But yeah, he was chosen because he was the only one who didn't respond. Yeah, Scare Theater, if you want to have a conversation right now, man, we'd love to talk to you, dude. But yeah, I told, like, Spencer, you can tell them, like, what did I tell you about Charlie?
You literally were like, he's a really great and genuine guy. I feel like he would be good to cover this.
That is why I made
like
the video.
it was all praise.
Yes, that is why I'm like, I know there's people like being like, but do you not see this as like a manipulative or guilt trippy? It's like, dude, I think Charlie's awesome. I've been a fan of his for a while. I'm not like a crazy, well, a little unhinged. I get following up is a little, people think it's annoying, and then making a public video, but it's like, that's how creators communicate with each other sometimes, you know? Can I edit and re-upload key points of the stream? Absolutely. All of my content, any of you can use. You can edit it, you can meme it, you can re-upload it, do whatever you want. You can put it on TikTok, you can put it on Twitter. You can do whatever you want with my content, guys. As long as you're spreading the message, we really appreciate it. You can keep the views, you can keep the money. Just spread the message. We'd appreciate if you source back or link back to us, but you don't have to. But we'd appreciate that. Did you see my comment in the last video about reaching out to Pay Money Wubby? He played part 1 of your videos on his streams in the past. I know that name, and I know he's covered me before. Maybe I should reach out to him. I'll write him down. Pay Money Wubby. Oh, is my hair crazy? Sorry. Pay money, Wubby. Yeah, that dude seems cool. I'll write him. I'll step in. Yeah. Okay. Scare Theater is down. Are you down, Spencer, to talk to Scare Theater?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just keep it productive.
Yes. How do I reach out to you, Scare Theater? Let me go to Twitter. It's where everything's happening, guys. Is on Twitter. That's what Elon tells us. Elon tells us everything's happening on Twitter. I'm gonna send you my Discord, Scare Theater, on Twitter. So please. Oh, what is this? What is this? No, don't play that. Copy. Dang. I really appreciate that, Eric. Thank you. By the way, Spencer, I don't know if I told you, but Scare Theater is down to have us on his channel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's really kind of you, Eric. We really appreciate it. Where's my chat? Did I... Why does... I hate Mac, dude. God, I hate Mac. Not from Always Sunny, though. I love Mac from Always Sunny. Can y'all give me just a sec? I gotta go to the bathroom really bad.
That's fine with
But
me.
if you want to have a conversation with Eric, let me add him and then I'll go once y'all start talking. How's that?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Oh.
Hey, what's up?
It's a pleasure to finally be speaking with you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous. I don't do this a lot.
Ah,
but
don't
yeah.
don't be nervous, dude. We love you, dude. We really appreciate like reaching out and everything.
Yeah, I just saw the well, I didn't even know what happened. My girlfriend actually watches you, and then she was like, "Oh, Max just canceled Moist Critical." I'm like, "What?" And I watched the video, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "There's no way like he's actually canceling him for real." But yeah, that was a roller coaster for sure.
Well, awesome. I'm grateful to have you here.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I feel like I kind of agree with the like what most people are saying here, and that I mean, there's nothing wrong with like what you're trying to do, but I guess the approach seemed a little abrasive, and like maybe that's what the situation called for. But like it did almost feel like, I mean, the vibe I got from it, it almost seemed like you were almost saying like, okay, so are you gonna make a video about this, or are you gonna support like the pedos or whatever? And it's like, I know that's not what you were saying, but it's almost what it felt like.
I am really upset that that is what people are feeling. I am so sorry, Charlie. I am so sorry. Like that is not how I wanted it to come off. I just wanted to reach out to him publicly to get his attention so we could get in a conversation. We could have a conversation. I feel really bad now that I'm starting to understand that's how you felt, right?
Yeah, I just feel like it almost muddied the waters a little bit, because you said you had all these other creators that were already on board with you. So I'm like, if you just, connected with all of them and went through with this, it would have only been a matter of time before Charlie got involved, like on his own, and then he wouldn't have felt, I don't know, trapped into doing it. Because even if you're doing a good thing, no one wants to feel like they were forced into something. It's just gonna, it's gonna leave a bad taste in their mouth.
I really appreciate you bringing that up with me. So, I don't even know if Charlie's read my DMs to him, but I explained to him, like I sent him the video even before I uploaded. I was like, hey dude, I'm really sorry about this. I just really, we could really use your attention on this. I mean, but I feel bad that it's coming off as like how you described, like you better respond, or you're supportive of pedos or some shit, like, and I understand. I did that for like pick a side YouTube, but I was hoping that this would come off very different. Like I even did like the thing with the dogs to show him like, bro, I know you're a good man. Like, yeah, I feel really
Well, yeah,
bad.
but I guess, but yeah, that's what. Well, you know, like that too. When he said, "Oh, I know you're a good man," almost felt like I know you're a good man, so do this. Like, if he didn't, it would
Okay,
be
okay.
like negating what you're saying. But I mean, on the flip side of the coin, though, I guess I kind of understand what you're doing a little bit too, because it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, if it works, then can you really say that it was wrong? I mean, sometimes in any kind of big movement,
It's
people
got
have
people
like we need,
talking.
yeah, like we need extreme people in any kind of a movement, and it's like, okay, well, you know, if the end goal is hit, like maybe, you know, it was what was needed, but
Mm.
I don't know. But I
So
mean, I'm, you know, it got my eyes on it. You know, I see it now, and I'm willing to help. So
we really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Like, so I showed the video to the survivors, and I was like, "Hey, is this? Can I get your approval on this? Like, is this okay to share with the world?" And
We may
Spencer,
have been biased because we understood what it was.
yeah. So that's the thing. I think once you understand the gravity of the situation, I think it becomes clear like where we're coming from. But yeah, if anyone in my chat has has like immediate contact with Charlie, let him know. I'm so sorry if the video felt like I was forcing his hand. I just wanted to reach out to him. I just wanted his attention on something important.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Eric, for sharing that. Do you have any other questions or criticisms for me or
No, that's
us?
pretty much everything. Well, also, well, I also want to know where to learn more about this cult thing, because I mean, I got so caught up in the drama that I feel like I'm just lacking in knowledge about like the entire situation as a whole.
Okay, so Spencer, if you could please clear him up on that. I gotta go to the bathroom real bad.
Okay, you're
Okay.
good.
Thank you.
So we have a 5-hour interview, and that is on my channel, Auntie Spencer, and it's also like the little at thingy is Spencer 3414. So we have that. I'm pretty sure if you end up like actually wanting to cover this, um, you'll be able to be added into the server with all the evidence and everything. Um, but yeah, any specific questions you have?
No, no, I guess I just, yeah, I will watch the, well, I'll try to watch the 5 hour podcast. I mean, that's kind of a lot, but I'll watch it in chunks. How about that?
Yes, definitely take it in strides. I do not recommend anyone watch it from start to finish in one sitting.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all I got for you guys. Yeah, thanks
All
for
right, well,
having
thank
me
you
on.
so much.
Yeah. Oh, and
You
also,
have a
to anyone
great night.
watching this, play chess with me. Chess.com, Scare Theater, find me. Okay, that's it.
Okay,
I'll
go
see you
go
later,
play
guys.
chess with them fuckers.
All right, peace.
Later. Also, um, so Blue Beluga kept asking the location of the cult. When I was in it, he was in Lilburn, Georgia. I was with him in his mom's house. Um, she has relocated to Decatur. And it's likely that he's still with her because when I try to find him online, his name isn't attached to any addresses. So we're struggling to locate exactly where he is. Slime Beast asked, is there evidence the cult is still active or has been active within the past few years? Within the past 3 years, we saw evidence alluding to them still being active. And like I said, with as many people as he had in this, I highly doubt that he's the kind of person that would have stopped. Cass G59 asked, was my family out searching for me during the time I was with him? Yes, they were. Um, so for those of you who haven't seen the actual interview, Camden actually lured me over state lines from Wiley, Texas to Lilburn, Georgia. Um, and throughout that entire time, my family had missing posters and everything. And they were trying to find me, but he had me have everything of mine deleted. So nobody was able to find me even when I was online then.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everything going?
Going good.
Cool. Oh, did Scare Theater
Oh,
leave?
yes.
Okay. Shout out to
He
Scare Theater.
may want to actually cover this. I told him that you guys could discuss that.
Awesome. That's really awesome. Really appreciate that, Eric. Thank you so much, dude, for joining us on this conversation. Shout out to Scare Theater, everyone. Round of applause. Thank you so much, dude. That's all we want is a conversation with people.
Orion asked, Spencer, how do you deal with the trauma of what happened? What therapy do you recommend for fellow survivors? Currently my therapy is like free. And they do have their own therapists there that do like CPTSD therapy. Um, and one of the methods that has helped me is the cognitive processing, but it is very exhausting to continue.
So we have a dude in chat, Maverick Files. He said, I'd like to help spread the word on this.
Okay, hell yeah.
Maverick Files, do you have a Discord or a Twitter or anything? Please, we would love to talk to you about it. Yeah, anyone who wants to cover it, please let us know. For Spencer, what was the wake-up call that got you out?
Well, when I had my wake-up call, I didn't leave yet because I was focused on trying to gather some evidence. But I believe my biggest wake-up call was when Camden had sexually assaulted one of the other girls that was in person after I had already come back to Texas. And that's when I was like, nah, this is fucked up. We got to get evidence. We got to try and get these kids out.
Does anyone have Maverick Files Twitter? Oh, you can get it. So Monique asked, "What is cognitive therapy?" I think that was for you, Spencer.
Or what was that? Sorry.
What is cognitive therapy?
So cognitive processing therapy is more so where I guess I'll just talk about my first session of it. I basically wrote an impact statement of this is something that I faced. This is what I struggle with, and I think that this is related to trauma. And so then you go through that and you find what are called stuck points. Um, as and then an example of a stuck point would be like, well, I feel like I did this, this, and that, so then it's my fault. That is a stuck point. And your job is to recognize what those stuck points are to work through them.
Time 6, I just followed you on Twitter. You don't have to come to the live if you don't want to. Just letting you know so we can reach out to you. Thank you so much for offering to spread the word on this. We really appreciate it. All right.
Amanda Jackson asked, I'm curious, what does justice for your experience look like to you? Well, that's either Camden behind bars or his name being plastered out there so much that he has no chance of living a proper life.
Absolutely. Let's make him famous. Voice main. Hey mama, there is so much I want to say in so little space. You are someone I look up to, and I want to thank you for doing what is right. Thank you for fighting for those without a voice. Stay safe out there. Much love. Thank you so much, voice main. That really means a lot, man. Much love. Oh, Baki said, get him fired if he has a job, in quotations. I doubt.
Okay, so for those that haven't seen the podcast, Camden actually has been in contact with this one girl that lives in Australia, and he's been manipulating her into sending him money since before I even joined the cult. And he's stolen thousands upon thousands of dollars from her.
Yes.
Like hundreds of thousands.
He also tries to traffic the people he's with, so we will definitely get him fired. There's no doubt about that. Hey, we got an Enclave soldier in here. Enclave Super Soldier 1776 says, can you answer my question about Camden, please, or do you guys not have any information pertaining to that? What's your question? Just ask the question, guys. If I'm sorry if I don't.
Oh, they said, how many children are in the cult? Does he keep children at the property? How is it organized, generally speaking? So, when I was there, majority of everything was online. I think majority of the kids were too scared to actually run away to him. So, when I was there, it was just me and another girl that lived a town over. But she didn't live with us. But he was trying to find other people closer. And we found one girl on Whisper that we got an Uber, we brought her back to the house. He tried to convince me to convince her to sleep with him. I said, fuck no. She wanted to go home. I said, okay, that's fine. And yeah. So I don't know if he has accomplished actually getting a property to keep children at, but who knows?
Paul Birkenpaws says, I think you guys are doing an amazing job. Keep it up. Thank you, Paul. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that, man. Is there a specific lingo that the group used? Phrases or rare words that helped you identify each other or that made you gravitate towards each other because no one outside the group used it? From Nocturnal Explorer. Or Nocturnal Explorer.
Not really.
Did y'all have pet names or anything?
I don't think we really had pet names unless like they were quote unquote his children.
When she says children, she means like under the kids he recruited, right?
Yes, so like he basically made it like a family dynamic. So after he quote unquote broke up with me and then started dating another girl, myself and the others that were the leaders of each faction of the supernatural, we were like the siblings. So then he had his own group of children, and then we had our own children that we adopted and called our own. And it just kind of went down with that. Until I think it got to the point where maybe the kids themselves had their own, like, separate little packs, I guess.
Tim Altstad says, please get this man away from people. We're working on it, man.
That is what we are fighting for.
Yes, that's why we're reaching out to so many people. Yo, Max, when you're done with Camden, can you talk about how the state I live in, Michigan, is the highest in human trafficking? Redosaurus, you got it. We're gonna. I want to go all in on human trafficking for my next project. Maybe have like for my next survivor group, have human trafficking survivors. I think that would be that'd be pretty powerful.
Definitely. Little Coey Bells says, "Hey Spencer, I have a question. Do you know if Camden's mother knows what he's doing, and is there a way to get her to know or something?" So in the original trailer, I had actually recorded a message specifically for his mother. So far, I do not know if it has reached her or not. But we do have access to old emails and possibly her current address that maybe we could try to get into contact with her through.
Who's Ted Kaczynski? Someone says Max looking like Ted Kaczynski. Oh, that's the Unabomber?
Oh
Thanks,
my
man.
god.
Appreciate it. Cool. Hey Max, I'm a bilingual channel, Spanish and English, and I'm highly inspired by you and your message. I want to help with spreading the message. Lando, please, if you want to dub all my videos, please do it. Would really appreciate that, man. All of you who want to use my content and make your own content with, please do it. Please. Bye, Sulfette. Thank you for joining us. Another question. Where's Camden's dad in all this?
Oh, fuck if I know.
I mean, I think his absence might tell a big part of the Camden story.
Yeah.
We'll learn more about Camden in the future once we start identifying where he is and he starts making some noise. Oh my god. Kind of personal, but are you and Spencer dating? No.
No.
My novia is right over here to my left. Say hi. Is this an ARG? No, this is not an ARG. Why do people keep thinking this is an ARG? Can y'all tell us what about this feels like an ARG so we can... Is it just the style? Like the style, the hyper stylized direction? Loving the Skyrim music. Thanks, Chris. Me too. Have you tried to contact Camden for statement or encouragement to turn himself in, or any of the people in his connections on his social media profiles? We are trying. We are trying. If y'all are able to, let me know. If any of y'all are able to find Camden, please tell us. We wish it was an ARG, right? Nah, this is real, dude. Yeah, this is real stuff. This literally sounds lifted from Vampire the Masquerade. You have anything to say that, Spencer?
This sounds about right.
Sounds about right, yeah. I mean, so I think what Camden was doing was he was trying to attract like young girls to his cult, and that's why I think that's where he came up with the whole lore. But that's just my theory. That's not actually known for sure, but I believe that is what he's doing. I believe he's just a sexual predator using Teen Wolf and Twilight and Supernatural to attract young people. Tim says, Max, the voice of the unheard. Please continue your work for as long as you can. Thanks, man, I will. Until I die. Until I die is how long I'll be continuing this work for. Thank you so much, man.
So one of the survivors wanted me to mention that there were multiple times where Camden did speak to us about getting a place or multiple houses where he could keep all of us. Even to the point where with one of the survivors, he was on a video call with her and some of the others. He was in a basement and he was like, this basement could be made into multiple rooms. And yeah, the implications are disgusting.
Yes. Max, if I can dub your videos to Spanish, please give me the voiceless versions of your videos, please, or at least the ones you still have. I'm sorry, dude. I don't have any voiceless version. I don't archive stuff like that. I don't have like 32 terabyte hard drives or anything. Like, I got the bare minimum here. Besides my camera. I love my camera. Max, Moist Critical just went live. Let's not harass him, guys. I don't want to harass him. If he wants to respond, he can. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to do that to him. I like Charlie, guys. I have so many questions.
The point of this was not to make him hate us.
Yeah. I don't want Charlie to hate it. I just want to have a conversation with him. If anything, I want to play basketball with him. Hi, Max. First time watching a live of yours. I'm a big fan of your content. Thanks, Squish. It's good to have you here. Good to have all y'all here. Thank you all so much for joining in on this conversation. Guys, I know Charlie is live. Let's leave him alone. I don't want to harass him.
Giovanni Alcron asked if we saw the response from Sensitive Society. We saw it, but we didn't watch it. It dropped like 30 minutes before we started streaming.
Max and Charlie ballin'. I wish. If any of you have contact with Charlie, tell him I just want to play basketball with him. and have a conversation about global societal issues.
How about foosball trauma?
Foosball trauma.
It's okay, guys. I'll expose Max on my profile later tonight. I got the pictures. I got the receipts.
If any of y'all have any more questions for Spencer, please ask. Or me. Hi, Mama. Hi, Jerry the Seeker. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate it, man. Now that I think about it, Eudoxia Mysteries could maybe cover it too. I don't remember if I reached out to him or not. I think I did. I'm sure he'd be down to talk about it. I'll reach out to him if I haven't already. Hey Max, good to see you. What future plans or videos you got going forward? Also, any of you seen Invincible Season 2? I saw the first season. I loved the last episode where the dude is just oh yeah, no spoilers, sorry. Haven't seen Season 2 though. Future projects though, I mean right now just Spencer, but future survivors, I want to talk to human trafficking survivors. I think they'll have a lot to say. What's going on with Wayne? Dude, I don't know. The last I heard that there was people going to talk to the detectives over there in I think it was Ohio. That's the last I heard. I haven't heard back from them. But I'm pretty sure Wayne is still active, guys. So if any of you want to make a sequel to Wayne.executable, by all means, do so. I would do it myself, but I'm going to take care of Camden right now. I think he's a bigger danger. Heresy, thank you so much.
Asked, if you could put the link to the podcast in the description of the stream.
I pinned it in the chat. Can y'all not see that? But I will do it. I will do that.
Okay.
Let me let me edit the stream here. Context. Oh. It's right behind me, by the way, guys. If y'all don't know, the thing on the
Jade Space wants to know if you've reached out to Skeeter Jean.
We have my YouTube guy has reached out, I believe, to Skeeter Gene. Skeeter Gene and Gideon? Gideon, yeah. Skeeter Gene and Gideon. My YouTube partner reached out to. Who we got? All right. Spencer's voice is really quiet for me. Anyone else? Max, are you still playing video games? I haven't played in a while, but I was for research on this whole cult stuff. I was playing Far Cry 5 because the cult psychologist Rick Allen Ross, who is a legend, he actually did consulting work for Far Cry 5, and it shows. Far Cry 5 is it's funny. It's a very funny game when, but Far Cry 5. That was cool. That was a lot of fun. I haven't finished it yet, though. Keedy asked, what are your pronouns? Mine are, I mean, you can call me whatever you want. I don't really care. Spencer is she, they, right?
Yes.
Yeah. M. Hollander says, just sending my support. Thank you so much. Brandon S. said, hi, Max. Just wanted to say that I really look up to what you're doing. Love your content, bro. Wish I had a bigger audience to share it with. I really appreciate that, Brandon. Thank you. Keep it up, man. Do not stop. Like, I used to have a small audience too. Like, as long as you are consistent and you are engaging people and entertaining people, you've got it. I promise. Boobies donated $2, saying, been watching you for a while. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much, Boobies.
Thanks, Boobies.
Spencer is quiet. Let me turn Spencer up. Sorry about that. Okay, how is that? Speak?
Is this better for y'all?
Yeah, is this better? We all good? Or actually, I can probably... Oh, no. Let's see here. Okay, speak, Spencer?
I am speaking.
It's coming through my microphone. What the heck? Why is it...
What the fuck?
Why does it do this? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. OBS just, like, decides to, like... just not pick up. I don't know.
Time to throw that Mac in the trash.
Dude, right? I want a Big Mac from Mama McDonald's. Thanks, Paulin. Sounds perfect. Awesome. Great. Sorry about that. I don't know why my Mac does this. Spider Centaur says, if I can, I'd love to come in and weigh in my thoughts as a retired hunter / mid to low tier internet person. What do you say, Spencer?
I'm down.
Spider Centaur is very cool. Let me just read the rest of these super chats. Nausea asks, I don't know if this was asked, but I think Mouthy Buddha on Odyssey would be good to collab with. I've heard of Mouthy Buddha. I know he got kicked off of YouTube, is that right? But I'll talk to him, or I'll reach out. Can't wait for the Camden Files saga, says Sauerkraut. Thank you. $5 from Spirit. Thanks for the recent content. My cat passed away 2 days ago from a heart attack. Hope Charlie responds. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That's really sad.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss, Spirit. May your cat rest in peace. Appreciate you. All right, Spider Centaur wants to join us. Spencer, do you want me to read this comment?
If you would like to.
I mean, I don't mind. So, Retromancer said this has got to be an elaborate troll. The survivor stories are a tad vague and seem lifted. Okay, it's real. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It's all very real. Believe me, I've seen all of the evidence. I've heard. I'm in a Discord server with all of the survivors, and we're trying to invite more people.
I wish it was an elaborate troll. Fuck.
Dude, yeah, same. We all wish it was an elaborate troll. You have an amazing voice, both of you. Thank you, Captain Funtime.
Thank you.
Let me add Spider Centaur here. Just call this live stream. All right. So just for context, I met Spider Centaur she was documenting all of the stuff my exes were saying and like connecting the dots to everything and like, but this doesn't match up with this and like, what is going on? And she was just genuinely asking them questions, and they didn't like that, so I think they started threatening. One of them started threatening her, but I'll add her. Where are you?
Hell yeah.
I don't see you on my Is your name like weird, Spider? Message me on my account so I can see where you are. Voice main says, "Hi, me again. Might be off topic, but any updates on the puppy stomp situation? Also off topic, you inspired me to 100% Hotline Miami and Hotline Miami 2. Again, much love. I'm glad I could get you to 100% those games. The music loud. I'm so sorry, guys. Where's the music coming from? I think it's behind me. I think this is where the music is. Skyrim. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that, guys. I have made fan art for you, and I'd like to know where I can send it to you online. Also, any tips on spreading the word RIL about this all? You can send me fan art on Instagram or Twitter. Just tag me so I can see it. And then, Spencer, any tips on spreading the word IRL?
Like I have said before, flyers can be a good idea. Even sending it to your friends, school ISDs. As things go on, I'm hoping that Max and I will have something released that is child safe, so we can try and warn children about the dangers that can be found online.
Yes. I would like to at some point to start making content for children. I know my current stuff isn't suitable, but I would like to be able to educate children on you know what to look out for, and how to avoid certain situations in the online world, or how to identify.
Nas asked, what are ISDs? ISD is an independent school district.
Yes.
So, like, each town and city will usually have, like, one or two independent school districts. And it depends on how big the town or city is.
You don't want to get up. Scared. Bye, Ollie. Oliver has left. Thank you for the $2, Villain for Vendetta v Ottawa. Do you have any merch right now that I can buy? Not really. I didn't want to release merch just because I don't want to make this about me. I want to keep the conversation on the survivors. But yeah, no merch yet, but Spencer's been talking about it and getting me a little excited about making merch. Spider Centaur, could you message me on Discord so I can find you? I can't find your profile. But we would love to add you to the chat.
While waiting for her, can I take like a quick break?
Absolutely not.
Well, fuck you. I'm doing it anyways.
All right, have fun. Just leave. Just leave. It's fine. I'm just kidding.
I'm muting myself. I'll hear you guys.
Okay. What kind of cults are being discussed? I mean, we're mainly talking about online cults that are targeting children, but I mean, we're down to talk about any cults really. If you just tuned in, I'm currently with the survivor of a destructive sex cult that has victimized hundreds of minors. The cult leader says he's a werewolf god and starts like a family on like Kick and Whisper. And then it's a whole thing, dude. The podcast is pinned in the chat if you want to know more. But thank you for the questions. I play with plastic. Max, please, I'm trying to reach out to you. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get to as many people as I can. There's a lot of y'all. Max, how do you do the voice from your videos? So I'll wake up in the morning. I will do a breathing exercise and just get that growl going. And then I'll record and then I send it to my audio engineer, Oddscure. He's pinned in my channel. So if you go to my channel and look at music, you'll see Oddscure. He does... I don't know what he does to it, but he makes it give it that that nice, deep, dark vibe. So it's mostly Oddscure. But I also will do breathing exercise in the morning. Tim, appreciate all the donations, man. Thank you. Shout out to the abused pen. Yeah, sorry. Just a little bit of the tism. Do we even know what Camden looks like? He's in, yes. So he is in the previous videos. He's the dude with the wolf teeth who's roaring at the camera. Damn, this is kind of spooky while I'm playing Minecraft and exploring a cave. Lol, but great content. Thanks, Kebab. Really appreciate that. Wendy or McDonald's? I mean, it was McDonald's until the new McRib. Bro, $5 for a McRib? Are you kidding me? Dude, ridiculous. McDonald's think they're the Cheesecake Factory all of a sudden. So I'm not a fan of that. Wendy's has some good deals going on, so we should all support Wendy. We should all support Wendy's, guys. No more McDonald's. They think their McRib is like delish, and it's actually quite trash. It used to be good. It was good when it was $1.50. Now it's just, oh god, dude, $5, $5 for a frickin' McRib? Are you kidding? Sorry. Did you see what Critical said? He responded to you. I saw the live stream yesterday. If that's what you're referring to, yes, I saw that. If you're talking about like a full-on conversation, I have not received that. Have you reached out to Kendall Ray? She has a victim submission form. We're reaching out to her. She's on my list, I believe. Yeah, she's on my list. Cringe boy, I know, dude. Celeb win, I know. Hey, lots of Spectrum people here. Hello. Hello, Johnny T. Another Spectrum guy over here. What do you have against Kiwi Farms? I don't know if I have anything specific against them. It's just they're quite notorious for doxing and harassing people, including my family. So that's kind of what I have against them. So yeah. Is there more known about this Wolf God guy? Yeah, there is. What do you want to know? I'll try to answer what I can until Spencer comes back. Rip Pen ASMR. Spencer, we all love you. Stay strong, says Angela. Thank you, Angela. Fembro, love your stuff, Max. Hopefully when this Camden Gerard Way stuff gets solved, would you be interested in catching Preds in VRC? I would recommend reaching out to Virum VRC if you do. I'll consider it, man. Thank you so much, Fembro. What is VRC, by the way? I don't know what that is. Max Trap. Just a small artist, but any spread of this helps. Thank you so much, Max Trap. Really appreciate it. Oh, VR chat. Okay, yeah. Absolutely. There's so many platforms, guys. We just need to, like, create an empire of pedo hunting. Hopefully AI will make that possible. Yeah, VRC is VR chat. Thank you, guys. Sorry, I didn't know that. Is there a case against Camden? And if so, what is the case number? We don't have a case number. None of the law enforcement has gotten back to us. But we are building a case, a legal case against him. Thank you for ever inspiring me. Girlfriend and I love you. Thank you, Chase. Appreciate it. Dang, KRR.
Guess who's back again.
Again. Spencer's back. Tell
a
a
friend.
KRR says, hi, Max and Co. I'm a parent of kids beginning to have an online presence. No social media allowed. It's so hard to teach them to not trust strangers. By default, kids believe nice people are good. Sexual abuse is a difficult concept. Absolutely. Make sure to monitor them. I would say that is our education, and you monitoring them is probably our best way to help them.
Yeah, and as someone who was raised by the kind of people that were like, nope, you got in trouble online, no more social media, and they took everything away from me, like, they took away all of my electronics for 3 years. And I still found my way around it. So the most important thing to do is to have a conversation with them and make sure they understand the dangers that there are out there, and make sure that they can trust you enough to come to you if anything does happen.
Yes. And especially if you have boys, let your boys know not every pretty girl they see on the internet is that pretty girl. There's a lot of pedos out there who pretend to be like hot women. Pubby Chan says, hi Max, I'm a survivor of SA, would love to help. Thank you so much, Pubby Chan. I mean, you're already helping. All of you are helping just by being part of the conversation. We really appreciate it. So Chrissa asks, regarding Camden, what was his tactic for recruitment or appeal? Was blackmail, doxing, or catfishing involved? Is there a way we could counter his current activity?
I don't know about current ways we can counter it, but he definitely manipulated a lot of us via love bombing, or, you know, in my case, my great-grandmother was the one who raised me. She passed when I was 9, and he once tried to tell me that my great-grandmother's soul would go to hell because I didn't want to sell my 3DS and give him the money. He's also solicited CP from multiple minors just to later then blackmail them. And he wouldn't do it as himself. He would do it under the guise of, oh, I'm someone else and I have this. And he's like, oh, well, you need to do this because otherwise they say it'll get out. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, he would pretend to be a female witch named Giomara, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
With like colored hair. And I'm pretty sure the face claim he used for her was Acadia Brenly or whoever the fuck she was.
Okay. So Axis says, "Hey Max, how's your mental doing? How are the girlfriend and pets?" My mental's doing good, bro. Appreciate you asking. This work is difficult, but it is rewarding. I don't think there's anything else I'd rather be doing than fighting this fight. The girlfriend and pets are good. Very happy. Thank you so much for asking.
Dorian J asked, "Did Camden only exploit children around his area?" No, he lured me from Texas. Two of the survivors I'm in contact with are from California. There was one in Washington, one all the way in South Africa. And yeah, it didn't matter where they were, he would try to convince us to go to him. And then someone asked, did he actually believe he was a werewolf, or was it all BS to lure in kids? With the way he spoke about it, it seemed like he believed it, but I'm pretty sure it was just to lure in kids, that we just wanted a family dynamic, and that's what he promised us when we joined. And then he would abuse us.
Yep. Let me read these super chats, and then I'll invite Spider Centaur.
Okay.
Majel says, to what Spencer just said about their parents and social media, I had the same thing happen on that way, and I always found a way back online somehow, you know? Exactly. Kids are smart, guys.
Yeah.
Kids are smarter than you think. EC says, I just want to send my love to you. I needed you to know that. I have some sensitive information. Can I DM you? Tag me on Twitter, and I'll try to get to it. If I don't, I'm so sorry. There's a lot of people tagging me. There's a lot of people emailing me. I'm so sorry if I can't get to it, but I will try. Thank you so much for the $10. Okay, Spider, send me a GIF. It's Shrek. Oh, okay. This is. Oh, you're. Okay, I see. All right. I was like, who is this? So sorry, Spider. Okay.
Gunmetal Raven asked, if he's getting money, is there a chance that there might be a financial paper trail that can be used to get the IRS or tax authorities involved? There might be, but I don't think it would be under his name. Well, actually, he did do the what's it called? The money transfer thing. And you usually have to use an ID with that. So there might actually be a small paper trail.
Interesting. Well, we will use every avenue. Hi, Spider.
Hi,
Hello.
Max. Hello, Spencer. Good to see you. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Okay, so should I do like one of those little mini introduction things, or should I like get into what I want to say? What should I do?
Whatever you
An
want to do.
introduction is great for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna make it very brief. Hi, I'm Spider. I did hunting for about 3 years before I retired last year because the mental was not doing great. I made the MamaMax thread back when his exes were flipping their shit, and I like to say that I had a little pissy fit fight with who was it, Lucy, and that was really funny because apparently I got threatened, and that was really funny. But we are past that now. We are better people because we are above that. So, going into what I kind of want to talk about, which is a lot about the case, because I think coming from someone who is a fan and someone who has worked with Max before, I feel like one of the biggest things I wanted to kind of go over was as something I wanted to the statute of limitations, right?
Yeah.
We know that this crime happened, I want to say it was in Georgia, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
It was over state lines since he lured me from Texas to Georgia, so federal.
Right, okay. And then did we ever figure out what would be like if this were to be taken to a lawyer, right? What would be the statute of limitations on like a federal crime like that? Like from moving from someone to Texas to Georgia like that.
I I don't personally know the statutes. Max, do you
Mhm.
have an idea?
The statute of limitations, I
Mhm.
personally don't care. I think Camden deserves to be behind bars no matter what.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Um,
What I'm saying is that, like, I mean, with when we're looking at it, like, oh, like this about crimes happened to Georgia, right? At least for Georgia, that is, I believe it was a 7-year statute of limitations, and that's from 2 different articles I actually looked at before even coming on, because that was one of the biggest points I think me and a couple other people were discussing was just that fact alone, is that that alone could deter the investigation. And that's not to say like, oh, it's gonna hinder it a little bit, but it is something to kind of just talk about and bring up. Like, I know we're like, oh, we like to be zealous, and we're like, oh, we want this guy put behind bars, we we're all zealous and shit. But it's just like we need this kind of information, I feel like, especially if we're gonna raise this money, especially because I think that was what the Patreon money is going to now, right? Like, that's going towards the case now, or is that
Absolutely.
split between?
So I want to make it clear, the case is not just Spencer's case. It is everyone's case. And we know Camden has been continuing to do this.
Sure.
So even if the statute of limitations like hinders Spencer's personal struggle with him, I think
Sure.
we have a lot more, like hundreds of children. And I don't think, especially with cult leadership, I don't think the statute of limitation. Let me ask ChatGPT actually. Get this cool guy involved.
Shit, I can send. I have a what is like, I have like an article about this. It's like a downloadable file, I want to say, that I have on here on the statute of limitations, and there's one for 2018 and there's one for 2023, but the laws, at least the statute of limitation laws for both articles, have not changed. So I mean, it's still like kind of liable, if that makes sense.
Let's see. If you could send me that information. Oh, did you already send it to me?
Let me send it to you right now, because I had to look for it a little bit, but let me see.
It says here, kidnapping, sexual assault, or human trafficking often have longer statutes of limitations, and in some cases there may be no statute of limitations at all.
Okay, let me get the article I have, because I know I sent it to one of my friends, because we were all having this big ass conversation while watching the streams. I was like, oh, okay, bet. Let me just pull that out, because that's one of the things that I like to do, especially when I'm like doing the kind of journalism thing like this, is just try to pull everything I have. So this is one of the articles I have, which is this one. I'm gonna put it in there real quick. So that's the one that I found. That's the one from 2018. It's just, you gotta scroll through a minute to find the one for Georgia and Texas. But I want to say there was another one for 2023. I gotta find that too.
It said Georgia statute of limitations for criminal prosecutions is eliminated. Yes. There's also another thing. I want to make it clear. Even if law enforcement doesn't do anything, we are still going to go after him legally.
No, of course.
And
Of course.
Ashley says statute of limitations isn't applied to federal law. So Spider, while I have you here, there's
Sure.
people who keep bringing up Slug.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to say about that?
Okay. So I know for the thing with Slug, and I can actually kind of speak on this a little bit because I've known it for a little bit of a while. I want to say I knew him for a year and a half, maybe. As we've gotten over petty shit and as we've just became friends again, honestly, it's really a lot of the stuff that he's done back in. For me, it's like it is what it is. For me, I don't really condone a lot of the shit that he's done. I've said it to him before. It's like, you do what you want. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, like, basically, you're gonna do what you want. I'm not putting my hands on that shit. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're gonna fuck up, I have no part in that. I am miles away, right? And to be fair, a lot of the criticisms that are against him is fair. A lot of it is fair criticism, which is why I think we need to weigh out the fair criticism and the unfair criticism. What
Yeah,
is fair is mid-tier shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of mixed information out there.
Oh yeah.
By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, Slug is my editor, is my editor for this most recent project. I have multiple, including myself. But so this is my response that I sent to another YouTuber asking about it. I read it yesterday, but I'll read it again because I think it's important if people want to know how I feel about my my editor's drama. I would like to get this out of the way. So I said, I tend to steer clear of personal drama, and my understanding is that there's a lot of mixed information out there. It's important to focus on the big picture and address serious issues like global child exploitation. Engaging in minor dramas isn't productive and doesn't contribute to solving these critical problems. That is my response. And I know Kevin just a little bit. I know he is a victim of disinformation. I don't know the extent to everything that he's done or hasn't done. I don't get involved in that stuff. All I know is that he has been helping me tell this story.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, no, totally get it. And to be fair, it's like it does get muddied a lot, especially it's like when you're bringing in like the very niche hunting community to the commentary community, it does get very diluted, if that makes sense. Like the drama, especially because it's like what I'm saying is in the nicest way possible. Please don't get mad at me. The most mid-tier editor guy with a overzealous hunter, right? And you bring them together and therefore kind of make these two kind of niche-ish communities clash. You're gonna get that kind of diluted information type shit, and you're gonna get people like Lyrics who come in and do some weird ass shit. You're gonna get people like I think it was Colton who may be like, oh yeah, no, we're all nice too, yeah, let's all get along, but they're still kind of with Lyrics, if that makes sense. And then you'll get people like Buddha who actually speak everything about what I wanted to say but says it nicely so that way I don't go off the rails.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. It's like there's a lot of there's a lot I want to say, but I'm trying to Twitch filter myself at this point. We're not doing YouTube filtering.
We appreciate
it. Oh, okay. May I ask how you did hunting? Okay, so my hunting was I mostly focused on very niche chat room apps, and this was just apps you could find anywhere in the app store. These were apps like Yubo. These were apps like, for example, like Spencer's Kick, Yubo. Okay, and there's apps like this on the app store if you just look up chatting apps. Okay, like at least for Apple, there are all kinds of these apps like that. Anonymous chat rooms, Ad Chat, Wiz. Okay, all these kinds of like niche ass apps that people don't know about. That was where I went. That, and I did Instagram hunting for a little bit. I did on Discord for a little bit. But again, it really weighs you down mentally, and so for that reason I had to quit.
It's okay. We really appreciate all your hard work, Spider. Thank you so
much. The praise, really? Shit. I just do shit, man. I just convince 40-year-old men that I like them. That's just my job.
I feel ya. Do you have any more questions for Spencer?
Oh, yes. Okay, so as far as the finance for a possible lawyer goes, how far are we on that? Because I believe the Patreon, if I remember right, I know the Patreon money was originally going to go to the film, right? But if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, is the money that's going towards the Patreon now, is that also going to fund your legal case? Or is there any other means of funding that is being used?
Okay, so let me explain the whole dynamic here. It's a little complicated, but I prefer using Patreon just because it's so streamlined.
Sure.
So we are waiting for Spencer to get here, where we are going to find a lawyer
Sure.
We're going to find their price for this kind of case,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to build a GoFundMe for Spencer.
Okay.
If the GoFundMe fails or she is not making enough, I am contractually obligated to give her as much as needed to support the case. But I already gave her last month's full Patreon.
Right.
And yeah, that'll also go into her living expenses and the film. So it's all encompassing. And that's why I preferred to do it through Patreon, just because it was all encompassing.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But
and
yeah.
then also for Spencer, I think it was someone named Jenny Renola mentioned this earlier, but I don't know if this was answered or not. I probably wasn't paying attention, but is there like a specific very specific name that Camden's cult uses, or does it change every couple months or weeks? Is there no is there just a mainline name that this group uses?
So, primarily he would call it by like whatever last name we were using. There's only two that I know of, and that's the Daemons and the Dominics. And
Okay.
then he also once named the cult Guild of Divinity.
Okay. So far as we know, those are as far back as we can recall, those are the three mainstream names that we have for this group. And I believe, because I think this, if I remember right, this happened for you. For your case, this happened around like 2016 when you came in to Georgia, right? And that would
Yes.
start your timeline of events from 2016 up until the time you left. Which when was that? The time you were able to escape?
I'm going to go to the bathroom real
That
quick.
was
Sorry.
all right. You're good.
Mhm.
I left around it was 4th of July of 2018.
Okay. So it would be about a year, let's say a year and a half, maybe 2 years that you were in this cult before you got out.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we have. So look at that, cool. We're getting a timeline of events. That's awesome. Great, fantastic. I can use this in my notes now.
Fuck yeah.
It's awesome. Okay. I know you said that there wasn't any what's it, code words, I guess, that were used for this call, but what about I know there was recruiting tactics for example there was hick. You said that was used to recruit people, and there was people recruiting people who basically didn't know how to find themselves with religion wise.
Yes.
They wanted to come in and do that. Were there any other recruiting tactics that you can remember that Camden at least used to reel you and maybe the other victims in?
So, the girl that he was getting most of his money from, the girl in Australia, she had a YouTube channel where she was, talking about different supernatural beings that supposedly existed. Um, so that channel, I believe, was called Guild of Divinity. I do not know if it's still up.
Shit, I'll check if it's still up.
Oh, bet.
I have
Fuck
two
yeah,
accounts.
bet.
You said Guild of Divinity?
Yes.
Divinity, because I can spell. Let's go. There's Divinity Guild official, Divinity Guild, but that one's in Spanish.
The
I'm getting
profile picture would be very Celtic.
okay, I'm getting two different accounts. I'm gonna send you the screenshot in here, and you can tell me if either of these are it. Because there's one that's in Spanish, which I don't think would be it, but there is one in English that could be it, but I'm just not sure. See, I love when I delve into these things. I have a brain. I can do these things. Let's see if I can find it in my. I love when Mac doesn't organize my screenshots. Okay, here we go. Awesome, fantastic. So that's what I found as far as channels. I can keep looking, but that's what I found so far.
Damn, neither one of those are it. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can find.
Let's see, Silver Sun. I'm not looking for World of Warcraft. Let's see. There's a lot. Oh, here we go. It's funny because there's a lot There's only those two channels that come up where you just without filtering it.
Yeah.
Those are the two that come. You know, it's just those two. And with filtering, of course, there's a couple more.
Yeah, there's a possibility that they purged it since the most recent person had left.
Okay, okay. And is that like recent person the one who had the channel, or is that someone who's just been an active member for more than like a year or so?
That is someone who was in there for over a year.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, if you listen to the podcast at the end when I'm reading testimonials, she is survivor A.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
So do we have them on like we have like a B, a C? How many would you think there is as far as like for the case that you have? How many would you say you've gathered together so far?
Willing to actually be a part of it, I believe it's 6 or 7.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just not good. That's still like it's it's a hefty number, especially for how like I guess like just entrapped Camden must have made these girls feel. Actually, I'll ask this: was it just girls he recruited, or was it men as well?
It was men as well.
If
Like
you,
he had his own son, quote unquote, that he adopted underneath himself. Um I had a son myself, and then each pack had a few boys sprinkled throughout them. He didn't really care about gender. He just wanted minors.
right, he liked the age,
Yeah.
not the gender. Love the non-discrimination, but like, look, if this was for
Wrong
anything
time
else,
to be inclusive.
right? Like if this was for anything else, cool. But mm, God, I love my water. Okay. And then as far as age ranges, what would you say is like the highest, like the oldest days recruited to like the youngest days recruited, if you can remember?
The youngest, when he had us like posting for recruitment, it
Mhm.
was 11 at minimum, and
Sure.
he was saying 17 at most,
Mhm.
but if he he didn't really care. There was one member that was an adult, and she got lured into it because she was unfortunately vulnerable as well.
Mhm.
And yeah,
And
it
I mean, to be fair, like a lot of like I'm saying is because I am like this, but like a lot of like probably 18 to like early 20 somethings are typically the age range that a lot of cult groups will go for when we talk about recruiting. I mean, most of them would not go for children, but here we are.
yeah.
Mm. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did have like a 23-year-old or a 20-year-old or even shit 19-year-old that was recruited right into this thinking that like I don't know what like at that age I don't know, maybe it's like a thing of like being wanting to be included in a group, wanting to feel like you're a part of something, so you're like, oh cool, this is a way I can get my volunteering in. I
It was
understand.
mostly the family dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I get it, like for like 11 to like maybe 17, I get it. It's like the for them it's the finding yourself, right? It's the wanting to feel like a part of something, because you feel like you're so not included in like the grand scheme of things from everybody else, but here's this group of people your same age, and they they understand you, they know your struggles, and so that's what draws you in. And so what I also want to ask too, is there like, I know you said you wanted to grow your channel as well, right? At least your internet presence in general. I know you said you have a Reddit. Is there any other social medias that we could support you on to help you like grow as far as just like internet presents to kind of uplift you up for like the further financial gain?
I may end up making my Instagram public
Mm-hmm.
just because, I don't really have shit on there to begin with.
Sure.
And try and gain followers that way, have link trees for all my socials. I
Sure.
guess at this point I need to get on frickin' Twitter.
Shit, if you can, and just really limit yourself on how much you interact on Twitter, because Jesus Christ, it's so bad. Oh, God.
Yeah,
I mean,
and also I'll stop dead naming Twitter when Elon Musk stops dead naming his child.
oh, wait, huh?
I didn't know that was a thing.
That was a thing?
The
Okay, but
the
what?
child that he had with Grimes, he continues to dead name them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, what's their name now? Is it? I thought that wasn't that one of the kids that had like that really complicated name where it was like a bunch of letters and
Nash
numbers?
something. Yeah.
Yeah. That above all things today, that is something I never thought I would hear. That is, it's funny because it's Elon Musk, so I mean, it's not surprising also because it's Elon Musk, but also Jesus Christ Musk. Come on, man. Oh man, what was I think of? Oh my god. Man, I really can't think of much anymore. My brain is freezing, but yeah, kind of cool to be here. Epic poggers, awesome, great. Fortnite dance, great, cool.
Thank you so much, Spider. We really
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Happy to be
And
here.
feel free to add me if you ever have any questions.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Always, bro. Hell yeah.
All right, I'm
Fuck yeah.
gonna take back the reins of my stream. So
Yeah.
say goodbye, Spider.
Bye, Jan. My kisses.
Goodbye.
Thank you again.
Of course, yeah. Anytime.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Awesome. By the way, chat, thank you so much for being so kind. We really appreciate y'all. Spencer?
I'm here.
Cool. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes, damn. We're gonna start wrapping up soon. Do any of y'all have any last minute questions? How can I tag you with this edit? Did you make an edit for me? Restream live. Okay, J-Mac, I got you. I'm gonna put you on the projector, bro.
Or, oh, apparently I was dumb. Elon has a trans daughter who cut him off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this. Okay, J-Mac.
Okay, my bad. Thank you for correcting me, guys.
But I put I put the restream of J-Mac, I think it is.
Elon has a trans
The
daughter
projector.
who cut him off.
All right, J-Mac, you're right here.
Yeah.
You're famous now. No, oh no, I created a loop. All right. I'm gonna take you off though. Heart to you too, dude. Yeah, guys, if y'all wanna take my content and make new content, please do. I saw someone was saying something about their favorite movies were Requiem for a Dream and Funny Games. I love those movies. I was gonna say though, my favorite director is Denis Villeneuve. Directed Dune, Sicario, Blade Runner 2049. A lot of great movies. That guy. I love Denis Villeneuve. Zoff says, Spencer, you're very pretty.
Thank you.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Zoff. Do you have any updates on the predators that you caught on your videos? We went over that previously on the stream. I'll make the VOD public. Is the raspy laugh a nervous tick or just a habit? No problem with it, just curious. Oh, it's just my laugh. Yeah, my laugh changes also. Like I have a few different loops that I cycle through. What do you use on your hair? Just the cheap protein gel from Walmart. The protein gel. Yeah. Any updates on Puppy Stomp? It's a kid. I'm not gonna go after a kid, unfortunately. What is your hairstyle called, bro? I don't know, dude. Just whatever happens. Do you think there has ever been an overall good group which still classifies as a cult, like something that has an overall beneficial effect on the followers but is still under the cult name? I don't know. Cult manipulations aren't inherently good. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I would err on the side of caution, but I have no idea. I think the more a group does not use cult tactics, the better it is, probably. Where is my window? YouTube Studio. Any update on the IMView guy? It's in the VOD. Is there anyone else who wanted to talk? Guys, please do not.
Mancer asked, based on information and what you know so far as to this Camden person, why not release more of his info for people to sleuth?
We released a good amount, right?
I felt so.
But we're gonna give everything in this upcoming timeline. God, I feel really bad for Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. Someone tell Charlie I'm sorry. I just want a conversation. Yeah, please do not harass Charlie. That was not my intention. Bookmouse says, I think a good balance would be more artistic for trailers, teasers, and more documentary style for the outline of the whole story. Keeps eyes on, but present things seriously in full. That was exactly the direction we were trying to do. So we were going to do the trailer and then the documentary. But then just no one watched the trailer, so it's like... And no one watched the podcast, so... Yeah.
Amanda Jackson said, I said this before, but you should do a video where Spencer meets an FLDS or evangelical survivor. Comparing the very similar cult tactics might be better to help people avoid engaging it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cult tactics used in, especially in religious settings. If you want to apologize, you have an opportunity now. I donated to a stream last night telling him, hey man, I'm not mad at you. Cancellation isn't real. Just wanted to have a conversation. Were you expecting a good bit of heat for mentioning Charlie? Have you reached out to other big names too? Huge fan, just fiddling. Brandon is weird. Thanks for the question. Yeah, we were expecting heat. We were expecting heat from Charlie. Well, not from Charlie. From, you know, his audience and others who might be annoyed by the presentation. I was hoping that we could just engage in a conversation and resolve everything that way. You should donate right now and say sorry. I mean, I would. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
From all of us from Striker Productions, we're sorry. That could be the message. I mean, we are.
Someone said, do it. I just want Charlie to acknowledge you. I really don't want to harass him, though. I want to leave him alone and get back to me whenever he feels it's right to. Yeah, I don't want to bother him too much. I sent him a shitload of DMs. I made a video trying to get his attention, I think, and I donated to him saying like, hey, it's not real, man, sorry. And I'm saying multiple times in the stream, sorry, Charlie. I don't feel good about it, but it is a cause. I still believe it is a cause that requires his immediate attention. And here's the thing about Charlie. He is a central figure to so many communities. He's like the Joe Rogan of the Zoomers. He is our everyman. He is leading our generation. I believe he is going to be written in history. Like, he is going to be known in history. And he's going to be a celebrated figure. It is because of all that impact and all of that power and all of the goodness within him as to why I want to have a conversation with him, specifically about global child exploitation. I believe that is one of the biggest problems among our civilization, and every influencer should be, we should be communicating with each other about this type of stuff. Bro, you sound unhinged. He's just a YouTuber. I don't know. I think maybe now he's just a YouTuber. I think in the future, I don't know. I see a lot of good things from him. But I don't...
Also, when I talk about him to people, even if they don't know his name, they've seen his face before. Like, it's really hard not to recognize that, oh, this is an iconic YouTuber, even if you don't know what his content is.
Yes. So I saw a comment about, I keep seeing comments about Amino. I don't know who Amino is. Can y'all fill me in?
Amino is a role-playing, a set of role-playing apps, and it's littered with predators as well.
I see. Okay. Yeah, something needs to be done about that. Like, so this is all the more reason why I'm trying to get a bunch of creators involved. There's so much we can do, and there's so many platforms that need addressing. There's so many problems that need addressing. Yeah. I hope it gets taken down. Any updates from Corpse Husband? I will never hear back from him, unfortunately.
Retromancer asked, what about Cinnamon Toast Ken?
Cinnamon Toast Ken, I would love to reach out to him. I think I wrote him down.
I think so, because I think I suggested him and the Buff Pro as well.
Where'd my pen go? I
Up
lost my
your ass
pen.
and around the corner.
Really? I think the cats might have stole it. Oh well. I lost my pen, everybody. Thank you for addressing Mino has wreaked havoc on many. I don't doubt it, man. There's so many platforms, so many apps that wreak havoc. Even TikTok, dude. Like, God. Did I read all these? Yes. Okay. Reach out to Jacksepticeye. I have his name down. What about Oompaville? He's a good dude. He is a good dude. He's been responding and he's been very helpful. That one guy says, no hate, but I can't possibly see how this is productive. Can you explain? I would like to make it more productive if I can. Soul87 says, "Oh man, Charlie's talked about you right now." Did he? Paulette says, "I actually feel quite offended because of seeing no response from Charlie. To me, it seems as if he didn't even try to understand your message. He could have at least said no or something." Let's not rush to conclusions here. I would, okay, cool. Sorry. YouTubers have the right to ignore you. I agree. I agree, Elise. They absolutely do. That one guy says, "It's just the critique you are looking for, but you know, thinking about it now, these donos coming in are something, I guess. It just sort of feels like twiddling around in a writer's room." I'm not sure what you mean. It's just a critique you are looking for. Chat, stop going schizo over Charlie. It's okay, guys. Charlie does not have to respond if he does not want to. Are you familiar with the Boogie 2988 controversy? Dude, I've been seeing all these controversies. I've been focused on Spencer and the survivors of Camden Gerard Davis. I'm sorry. Charlie said he basically didn't agree with your approach. That's okay. That's okay. We can disagree. That's okay. Thank you. I am Golja. Really appreciate that. I've got 32K subs. How can I help? Connor? I don't know, Spencer. How can 32K subs help?
32K subs can do a lot. Literally just passively talking about it, bare minimum. That's all we ask.
Thank you, Connor, for offering. Nobody says I never noticed you have a bad case of baby face. Is that true?
That's why he grew the beard.
Right? Yeah, pretty much. Hikiko says, "You assume way too quick when it came to Charlie, though. He was sick with COVID." I didn't really assume everything or anything. Like, I knew. So here's the thing. I know Charlie's a busy guy. I know Charlie doesn't check his Discord very often. I know Charlie gets people like me coming at him all the time. That is why I made the video, was to get his attention, because I believe it is something that is worthy of his attention. Deep fake voice line says, "Yo, Tommy C shot for the point for the win. He is right about you." Hey, maybe. I would love to have a conversation with him. I went to his chat today saying I'd love to talk to him soon. J-Mac the Wicked, as a CSA survivor, much love. Expect a vid soon. Absolutely. Thank you, J-Mac. Talk to Mr. Beast then, he's bigger. So, I would love to reach out to Mr. Beast. But with Charlie, I'm in a crowd. With Mr. Beast, I am in a sea. Like, everyone is begging Mr. Beast to be their savior. Mr. Beast is a good guy, and he's already doing good work. I would love to have a conversation with him, though. Mr. Beast is out of your league. Exactly, Jordan, exactly. I mean, I think even Charlie's out of my league. But, you know, we shoot for the stars. Thank you all so much for participating in this conversation. It really means a lot. Bookmouse says, please keep reaching out to Phil DeFranco. He could still pick this up. It's in his wheelhouse, and he's not afraid to take on scumbags. I will. I love Philip. I think he does good work. So Philip does kind of what I want to do, in the sense that he mixes important news with drama news. I take a more hyper-stylized approach, but I really like how Phil merges the two. I think that's very cool. That's kind of like what I want to do. Just more, you know, film rather than news. Tommy C invited you to talk to him and you never responded. I'm down to talk to him. If he's, I'll reach out to him. I'll reach out to his mutuals. I think I have his mutuals. But if any of you have his Discord, let me know. Oh, hi, Max. Hi, Nima. Reach out to Matt Pitt. Who's Matt Pitt? Never heard of this guy.
Probably Matt Pat.
I don't think it can't be Matt Pat. Casey says, nah, that's a defeatist attitude to think that Charlie and Mr. Beast are out of your league. Shoot for the stars, bro. Thanks, Casey. I appreciate that. I mean, I tried with Charlie. Have you reached out to Papa Meat? He's on my list, I believe. Yes. We will be reaching out. But Philip DeFranco is a good choice. We will keep reaching out to him. Matt Pitt is Tommy's co-host. Okay. Repzilla. I think I put him down. Yeah, I did. Talk to Sam Hyde. I mean, I would love to talk to Sam Hyde just for fun. But I mean, he doesn't like pedos either, so I think Sam Hyde could be a good choice. Reach out to Matt Pat. I would if I could. I love Matt Pat. Matt Pat is a good dude, guys. Lock-picking lawyer?
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Just get lock-picking lawyer to talk about global child exploitation.
No, the
funny.
lock-picking lawyers who the FBI is going to contact when they're actually going after Camden.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it canon.
Yeah. Have communicated with some ordinary gamers previously who was on the stream earlier. Warp Studios, thanks for the $1, dude. Dr. Fireshaft says, "What is this trash?" Welcome, Dr. Fireshaft. Oh, thank you for the donations, guys. Chewy Spam, I super appreciate your work since I used to be a paralegal for survivors. That's awesome. That's awesome work, Chewy Spam. I've considered becoming a lawyer if my YouTube channel crashes and burns. YouTube lawyer, or maybe like a detective for human trafficking. Howdy, Max. Hope you're doing well. You've inspired me to do a lot, and I'm super glad you're still around. Thank you, Torny.
We've already got Plagued Moth written down.
Yes. Creed is
and
here.
Game Grumps.
Yes, and Game Grumps. Have you ever thought about looking into VR chat like you have IMView with it having its massive pedo problem and child exploits? They even have cults. Yes. Yes, we want to cover everything. Max, to BH, as a survivor, your content feels like a big hug. That's awesome, Sonata. Thank you. That is a huge compliment. Thank you so much. Warp Studios, here since pick a side. Keep fighting the good fight. Thank you so much, dude. Is there a way I can make sure I read all the super chats? I'm not sure how to do that. VR chat is a big company. They need public pressure. I believe it, dude. Like, ever since it came out, I knew that shit was gonna have shit on it, and obviously that is the case. Yeah, more parents need to know like what is happening on all these platforms. Stephanie Sue, we've been reaching out to her by email. We definitely want Stephanie Sue. Absolutely. I also try to get my
Stephanie Sue.
Yeah, she does awesome work. Keep it up, Stephanie. Weird question here. Do you use a voice modifier? I have a audio engineer that makes my voice sound cool for the videos, but right now I have nothing. Mind Cave, yo, keep up the good work, man. Much love. Thank you so much, Mind Cave. Any other questions for us, guys? We're past 3 hours here, so I think it's time to say goodnight. We got to go to the gym, do some squats. What are the next steps? So I'm going to build a timeline of Camden. Tabs. I haven't heard that name in so long. We collaborated on My Life Sucks a long time ago. I don't know if any of you remember that. Tabs is cool. Torny, last donation because broke, but here's a kind reminder that we are all here for survivors and for you, Max. Thank you, Torny. Please, if you are broke, please do not donate. Please use your money to self-preserve so we can keep you around. We need all of you. Thoughts on Anthony Padilla? He's doing good work. I think Anthony Padilla is doing good work. I would love to talk to him.
Do we have him written down?
We should, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like,
Message me. I lost my pen.
Okay, fair.
Yes, we will reach out to Anthony Padilla. I think he does good work. A dude named Brandon FM. Yep, we've been trying to reach out to him. If any of you have mutuals with Brandon FM, let him know we want to talk to him. What do you think about Freemasonry? Love ya. Thank you, Jesse. Freemasonry. That's a whole... That's like a... That's a whole... Oh, it's in my pocket. My pen was in my pocket, guys.
Good job.
Okay, Anthony Padilla. We'll keep reaching out to Stephanie.
Oh, someone on Reddit told me to suggest Drew Gooden, uh,
I love Drew
Danny
Gooden.
Gonzalez,
I've been
and
Drew
Danny
Gooden.
Gonzalez,
I've been
and
trying.
Curtis Connor.
I've been
And
trying to get
then
in contact with Drew Gooden. Drew Gooden, if you see this, I love you, dude. Please reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram or Discord or something.
Curtis Connor, if you see this, I am a resident of Curtistown, and you are the best mayor. I also add Film Cooper.
Film Cooper. Thank you so
He's a
much.
little somewhat newer, but he's building a following pretty steadily.
That's cool. Awesome. Thank you all so much for the suggestions. These are really good. We got swooped down, don't worry.
Someone said Elvis the Alien.
I actually know Jim. I will put him down.
I'm sick.
I'll put him down. He's a good guy. Julie Burb. Hey, Max, can you give your business email for those who want to contact you? Also, I'd like to work for you. I don't care about payment. I just want to do my part since I've taken care of kids / been a victim. That is so sweet, Julie Burb. Thank you so much. Twitter is probably the best way to reach out to me right now. Just tag me. My business email is flooded. We got
Brittany Broski.
Bionic Pig. Do any of y'all know my history with Bionic Pig and Elvis the Alien? No?
I do not, but I'm down for a story time.
I was their first guest on their podcast, Hot Wet Soup. They are really cool guys.
Oh, fuck yeah.
My YouTube partner is reaching out to Leon Lush, actually, but I will write him down. Love that guy. I haven't talked to these dudes in so long, but I would love to reach out to them again.
Bookmouse suggests Mr. GG.
We got him.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for the suggestions. I think we should all creators should be communicating with each other about these global issues. I think any creator, no matter what their content is, can apply some important topics, even if it's not. It doesn't have to be child exploitation, but anything that benefits children benefits the species. So I will reach out to them. Thank you all so much. Does anyone have contact with Kavos? I would love to talk to Kavos. I don't think he likes me, but I think a conversation with him would clear things up a little bit. I don't think Kavos is a bad guy. But then again, I don't know. I don't really know him. I just know he doesn't like... Yeah, I know Tommy C and Kavos don't like me, but I would like to talk to both of them. I think it's important to have opposing viewpoints taken into consideration. But yeah, if any of y'all can clip this and send it to Tommy C and Kavos, tell them I want to talk to them. We want to talk to them. You just need to talk to everyone. Dude, that's exactly right. That's my point here. We need to be talking with each other, all of us. I'm sure Kavos would talk to you on Twitter DMs. I'll follow him. I'll follow him and maybe we can both take an opportunity to listen to each other. We have Rainbot written down. Sniper Wolf collab, dude.
Oh, God.
I reached out to her through email saying, I can literally save your career right now. If you defend this cause about protecting children, I believe you can save yourself. But then again, she has shit with, like, I don't even know, dude. Some people are telling me she has, like, child stuff going on. I don't know what's true and what's not. Do any of y'all have the latest
Yes,
on that?
so on Omegle, there was like a group of like 14-year-old boys, and she was like telling them to twerk and everything, saying that she'd show them her boobs.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not good. I did not
Yeah.
know that. Yeah, that should actually be bigger than the whole Jax Films thing.
Yeah, that's honestly what surprised me, is that it's just been about the whole Jax Films thing.
Yeah, that is interesting. So I didn't know that was true, but yeah. Oh, Turkey Tom did a really good video on it. Good. Good job, Tom. Proud of you. Yes, we've contacted Tom. The disturbing truth. The disturbing truth? I'll write him down. I know y'all keep saying I am lucid. I already got that guy. Nightmind. Nightmind is a character. Cody Co is gonna be a dad. I would love to talk to Cody Co, dude. I would love to talk to him.
Romithro?
Yes, Blame It on Jorge has joined our server. The right opinion has been very helpful. He's been awesome. Sniper Wolf, no swiping. Reach out to J.K. Rowling. Okay, Morgan.
Oh, fuck no.
H3H3. We tried. You want to talk about that, Spencer?
All I know is that someone tried to post it to their subreddit and one of the moderators took it down, but their subreddit isn't ran by them. I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah. We've been trying H3H3. We will keep trying. I think those are good guys. They cover important subjects. We've got Tuv. We've got Plagued Moth, don't worry.
Disturbed Reality?
We got that.
Someone said Johnny Gilbert. I'd fucking die.
Alright. The literal page is now full. So, okay, there we go. The page is full, everybody. I'll put Lanza because Spanky Bag gave us $2. Lanza. Worth your while. Alright, thank you so much. Thank you all so much for joining us in on this conversation. I hope I can have more conversations with more influencers. We just want to talk. We just want to talk. No one has to make a video for us. We just want to talk, guys. Make sure all of the influencers know that. We just want to talk to them. Thanks, Spider. That's a good one. Zero Hero says, "Hey, yo, Max, longtime viewer and supporter. Hope y'all doing well. Are you planning on doing more stuff like this stream alongside the videos? Take care." Yes. Yes, we are going to be streaming. I noticed after the video dropped, the conversations kind of being taken away. We're trying to keep the conversation on Spencer and the other survivors, Camden Gerard Davis, and global child exploitation. I don't want this to be about, oh, Charlie. Like, that was only to get his attention so we could have a conversation with him. And you know, to get the viewership for it, but the more eyes the better, but also we just want to have a conversation with everyone. With everyone. We should all be having this conversation. If any of you have contact with Lex Friedman, tell him I'd love to have a conversation with him. I think Lex Friedman is one of the most important voices on this platform. You lame for the video then. Just for views, LMFAO. Was it just for views? The views help. Would Pyrocynical be a good suggestion? I mean, there's no room on my list. But I mean, if he's down to talk, I'm down to talk. All right, guys, you're keeping me here too long. It's already, we gotta go do squats. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream. Spencer, do you have anything more to say?
Not really.
All right. Well, thank you guys again for joining in on this conversation. If you know any of the influencers that we've been talking about, and like you have contact with them, please let them know. We just want a conversation with them. Get those gains, Mama. Thanks, Kobe Chills. Thank you all so much. Love you guys. Spencer, take it away.
If you haven't heard it yet today, I love you guys, and everybody better have a good night, or else your kneecaps are mine.
Good night, everybody. Guard our
Good
descendants.
night.